The following video contains strong language, themes of madness, and descriptions of body horror. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a spooky episode of Table Goblins here on the horrific Huntinghawks channel. I am your spooky neighbourhood DM, Leigh Bridge, and I am joined today by the horrifying Hayden Mark.
Leigh can't even see it. So
What am I looking at here? I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, I get it.
it's us in Thriller.
Very good. What was I saying? The horrifying Hayden Marshall. The abominable Adam Baker. The jittery Joe Dodds. The terrible Tim Clark. And the ghoulish Graham Pell. On last week's episode, which should have been this week's, our group found our way to the Blackstaff Tower to speak with Vardra Safar, the Blackstaff herself. And she tasked them with the quest of going to the City of the Dead and stopping a bunch of necromancy shit, which they did by destroying a crystal.
Eventually.
Yeah. But not before it claimed the life of one Adam James Baker.
We presume. James is not the middle name.
It is now. You're dead, you can't argue. So that is where we're going to pick up.
I should have put James on Team Rocket.
That's where we're going to pick up. So, you guys just destroyed the crystal. And you're all inside the mausoleum. And everything's great.
Cool.
What do you guys want to do?
First of all, I'd like to loot the bodies.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Time-honoured tradition.
Documents and
Yes.
other
Right,
sorts
go
of
ahead.
Let's see what these
Time-honoured
speaking wizards
adventuring
have got.
tradition, we loot the body, yes?
Yeah.
Bodies.
Eyes.
Well, there's at least 3 bodies that look like they've got some cool shit.
Yeah.
And they tried to cast some spells which they failed on a few times, so they should have
Exactly.
components.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So, you get a bunch of components off them, yeah.
Sweet.
Like that. But as you are looking at the bodies, and as you are... I'm not going to make you roll investigation because you've got investigation for fucking days. And
Super investigation.
there's no rush here. You can strip and nail search.
Yep,
and whatever
nothing
you
we
want.
need to check up on outside. I'll take my time.
Right. So, as you're looking, you notice these. They only look like they're teenagers.
What is going on here?
These cultists.
Why, these are but mere stripling children.
You don't think that they were actually just like,
Halloween party.
it was a Halloween, it was like a game or something, and we just
Yeah, something's
just
right
walked in and killed them?
A game of summoning zombies
Maybe
and
that was-
skeletons
maybe
and
they were
flame
just as
skulls
scared
to
and-
actually try and kill us.
Maybe it was incredible
Can I
cosplay.
go over
Yeah.
and look at the gem?
Actual spells that tried to
that
kill us.
was it like, is there
This
pieces
is-
of the gem?
The far realms, we don't know what...
Yeah, you can have a look at it.
Pick up.
I mean,
pick up a
it's in pieces now.
Pick
I
up a few bits.
haven't seen
Okay.
Spider-Man Far From Home, so I know that visual effects is a thing. I can trick everyone.
I feel like this goes far beyond teenage hijinks. More into realms of actual fucking necromancy.
Is there what on the clothes? What is the clothes? Is there like any symbols or
I mean,
anything?
looking at it, it's what it looks like. I'll say make an intelligence check.
Oh.
Maybe they belong to the school of necromancy.
13.
13.
Are you sure?
You don't notice anything like distinguishing or like no symbols out there or
sigils.
anything like that. No.
Okay.
This is really mysterious. Do they look rich?
Make a. With your investigation, you would have picked out 70 gold pieces, 270 electrum, and 1500 copper off them. They look, as you're looking at them, make 1500. Just make a. Make an investigation check, Joe.
Okay.
Because you're actually trying to investigate something.
Ooh, double 17s, that's a lot. 26.
Nice. So, looking at these teenagers, they look I mean, they don't look like they're been raised on the street. They look like they're, you know, more well off than,
Okay.
you know.
So they've used the money of a daddy to buy themselves into this cult.
Well, not necessarily.
Why would you want to buy yourself into this kind of thing?
Why are they out here in a graveyard?
Yeah, they haven't got any
Initiation,
like
right?
diaries or journals or like here's my evil plot written down conveniently for
No.
anyone who kills
No.
us convenience.
Confidential.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for any, you know, like missing persons reports, I guess,
And then
because
we'll know that we killed them.
presumably they've got families, and if they've got families that aren't evil necromancers, they'll be giving a shit about where they are. So
And then the families will use their power, influence, and wealth to hunt us down and kill us for killing their kids, no
Maybe
matter
they should
how
use
evil
their
they were.
Well,
power,
their
influence,
kids
and
were
wealth to be
doing-
better parents to begin with.
do you know where your kids are? Are they in the graveyard raising armies of the dead?
Also, where's Baker?
Oh, he
He's
was
normally skulking
doing-
around here.
Oh hell, he's probably looting some graves.
So let's leave them to it for a bit.
We should stop that.
These are skeletons now. They're short swords now.
You notice that the skeletons and the zombies are pretty much just turned to
Dust.
like the skeletons are just like dust now.
including the swords. That are
The
magically
swords,
hid with
the
them.
swords that they had, as you saw when they were trying to kill you, were not
Not
good
the
quality.
greatest, not
They're the
the
kind of
taken.
thing that you would find on a rotting skeleton.
Kind of
Not the
having
kind of
been
thing that you wanna
buried
go,
for-
I'm gonna
years.
swing this because this is my new favourite weapon.
Thinking more selling it, but yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, and it's
That's
not it's not
worthless.
going to be worth. If you put it into terms of time it would take you to find someone to sell it, it's not worth the value.
Maybe if we find some other necromancers who are looking to outfit their skeleton army,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but no.
I want to go outside and look for Baker.
Okay, you go outside, look for Baker.
Baker!
You notice that out of all the zombies and all the skeletons that you were fighting, there's one body that's not sort of like rapidly dissolved or decomposed or anything.
I'll go over to it.
It looks a lot like one Adam Jane Baker.
Well,
it's not James.
Did you have a healing potion on you or anything? Or I'll go over and
Make a medicine
ins-
check.
inspect the body.
You've got medicine kits.
We've got healers kit.
Yeah, he just gets only works.
Medicine. Cool. 17.
17.
Yeah.
That one dead boy.
Oh shit. Guys!
But yes, I had a healing potion.
Well, that you didn't use.
Baker's dead.
Didn't get a chance.
I'm sorry,
You
what?
didn't get a chance.
How dead? Like all the way dead?
Yeah, dead.
Playing dead?
Oh,
There's a
shit.
good chance he was playing dead.
No,
Well-
no, like you died and like Joe died, but without the falling and the snapping the neck and then being eaten by
Sturges.
and the sturges.
Well, good job
Oh,
we're in the graveyard. I'll start looking in the grave.
This
Look,
one
these
looks.
ones are already opened.
Whoa.
Roll them in.
Bonus.
To be fair, he
He
looks
will,
like.
he will now be known as... I can't read comment, I don't know what it says.
To be fair, it looks like he's been Boromir.
Oof.
Can we
Yeah.
loot
Yeah.
the corpse?
He's been Sean Bean more than anything.
Yeah.
It's less of a question of could and more of a question of should, I think, at this point. It's
Yeah.
not like it's going to stop you.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
I'm going to start
We-
ritual casting Gentle Repose.
We're gonna have to
we're gonna
go
have
find
to.
the temple, aren't we?
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Put
go
a
out?
couple of coppers on his eyes.
I'm,
we
just,
just
I'm
go
still,
back
I'm
to
still
that,
just
pretty
gonna
sure
like give him a
we're
shake,
dead.
just to because I don't trust that he wouldn't actually be faking it.
Can I just... When you
No,
say
he is dead.
Wake up, Anne. Wake up.
Wow!
Tell me about the rat. Oh, that's the wrong way around.
I feel like just like nudging him with your head, just like Simba. Dad, wake up, Dad.
Pretty sure when we go
If that
see...
was my son, I would have drowned him.
Wow.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
Pretty sure when we go see Black Stuff, we said we had one casualty, she'll point us in the right direction. and
Yeah,
stuff like it.
this shit
Yeah.
happens to adventurers all the time.
Yeah, we're in the...
Yeah, follow my finger.
so do we
Evan?
take him to a temple or to Blackstaff
We'll
Tower?
go to Black Stuff.
Well,
She
he's
probably
not
has
going
more than
mouldy
that.
either way, so
We
Pick.
do also have the whole thing now. We have to walk through the middle of this very well populated and busy city carrying a dead body.
It's dark.
They
It's
probably,
night
they
time.
probably think it's normal. They'll be like, must be Tuesday again.
Yeah.
got a
Bring out
solution.
your dead.
There were guards on the gate, weren't
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
We should probably like make it clear that
We
he
did
came
it.
in with us. We're not like stealing
Great
this
probably.
body.
Yeah, they just see some of us go and take
Yeah,
their body
yeah.
out. Like, what are you
Yeah.
Well, he looks kind of fresh, so
Yeah.
it's not as if he's like been.
We'll just
Also, be very clear that we didn't murder him.
Mm.
Skeletons did.
we'll just say,
Because that sounds so much more plausible.
Well, he's got a load of arrow holes in him, so I don't have a.
That's true.
Pretty sure I've still got the arrows in me,
None
but
of us have a bow, which
No.
is good.
we'll just say that he's
He
all
has the
taken out.
bow, so you killed him.
It was
You put
obviously-
the bow on his body.
It was honestly suicide. He's got no weapon.
How would that work?
yeah, is that like the world's greatest shot or the world's like terriblest shot?
It's like
Yes.
Russian
You are
suicide.
the
2
world's
arrow
worst
shots to the
archer.
back of the head.
It's like
Okay.
fight it around the
I'll,
world and make it go boom.
I'll summon up a floating disc. We can plop him on that,
First
make him
goes-
look all gentle, reposed.
We need like the diamonds for bringing them
Oh,
back. So
shit,
the
yeah.
cost.
I've
into
got
it.
some diamonds.
We
but
do
not
have one that's
enough.
like 1,000 gold, but I think that may be
That's
too much.
Can we break it down into smaller diamonds? Trade
We
it
may
in.
have to go to a jeweler's and like swap it.
What,
How
do,
much?
Just do it by
I don't
direct
think just
debit
cutting it in
of
half
10
will work.
installments.
How much diamond do we need? I have a.
I'm guessing it's around the 500 mark.
I've got one of those.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
that's alright.
So yeah, we'll get him to some kind of healery person.
Okay. To Blackstaff Tower.
Yeah,
Right, so you guys go to Blackstaff Tower.
yeah.
explain this regardless.
It's like
Everyone
It's-
go casual.
it's
Not
early
too
hours of
casual.
the morning at this point. You head out of the City of the Dead. The guards stop you
Yes.
He died.
to inquire about it, but they were the same guards as before, so they know that Baker went in with you.
Long shift A.
Yeah.
A lot of shit went
they,
down.
they also know the shit that goes down in the City of the Dead sometimes.
And
Like,
But-
well,
Skeletons, necromancers,
things they could have warned us about.
okay.
Hmm.
Well, City of the Dead.
Yeah.
Should
Why
we
would you
have
want a
left
job-
him
why would you
in
want
the
a job
city,
there?
in the dead? Do you think really?
I mean,
We don't want
if you
someone
bought a
cleaning
grave
him
plot,
up.
then yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
Plus,
Well,
what are you going to do with them? You're going to buy a grave plot and bury him? Or
we'll see if we can get him raised first.
Yeah. See if we get him
one of them.
undead,
Yeah.
Adventurers,
plus, we don't actually know if he subscribes to any specific like funeral rites, and if he does, I don't want to perform them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know if he like donates organs or anything like that.
Why would you donate organs?
Science. Medical stuff.
Magic.
Fucking
Magic.
sinus.
Yeah, I know. You're very right.
Maybe he needs to be a
It's all a
flesh
load of
man.
hocus pocus, you ask me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What?
I can't. What? Anyway.
Don't show me your torch.
Yeah.
No, that'll be shown.
Yeah.
Like,
You've got a
Yeah.
spare couple
Power-
of hours to set it up.
The
What is
power of
this?
science.
What is this magic?
Right,
Well,
so you guys head off to Blackstaff Tower.
Yeah.
How do
The
I
door
make this?
opens ready for you.
magic.
Cool.
It's just a sensor. It's a sensor.
Science.
And
Revolving door.
you enter in and
Yeah.
you wait for a while and then Valshra comes down and says,
Oh, it's early,
So,
isn't
you've,
it? Sorry for disturbing you
sorry.
at this early hour.
Yeah, sorry, you lot have just woken up.
So we fixed the thing,
Yeah.
but
Like
that
broken.
one's broken.
I
Yeah.
see, a casualty.
Can you
What
recommend-
what was the problem? The
It looks like he was shot by arrows.
No,
I think
Oh, the other
There was
important problem.
big old crystal raising up a lot of zombies
Yeah.
and
Very
Did
green.
you,
very necromantic.
Did you by chance bring a fucking? I'm eating this man. Did you by chance
Yes, here's some.
retrieve any of it?
Yeah, here it is.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'll hand it over.
Should we wait for you to have your coffee in your bag before you come back after you put some makeup on or something?
I'm squinting under this mask. That's it.
Can't tell.
I know.
How long do we have to wear them for before we can take it off?
I don't think I'm gonna. You know what?
Happy
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Oh, the other one's been drawn.
Fucking Jesus, my
15 minutes.
15 minutes. That lasted.
Oh, my face is
Why,
sweating.
I don't have a
I can drink now.
Oh man, I feel bad for people who have to wear like full face prosthetics for filming and stuff. It's bad enough
Yeah.
just having that for 15 minutes.
more importantly, I'd like to point out my very terrible costume worked.
Mine.
By one
Yeah,
hand
but
trick.
mine's still better than yours.
Right.
And mine still works.
Anyway,
Mm.
so
Competition.
It is.
Varsha takes the fucking marks all over your face.
You literally like, You look like you've either been crying or you're high as fuck.
Yes.
So
He's been
she
snicking some
takes
shrooms.
the crystal and she like looks it over and then her eyes like flash white. She says, "Huh, that's
What is it?
quite a relic."
What is it?
Priceless relic, you say?
That's like a big gulp, but she just. So she's like, looking, it's like, well, that's a focusing crystal for necromantic powers.
Yes.
Yeah, every one thing would intermittently sort of boom, and then more things would rise.
Yes, send out wave of necromantic energy and raise nearby.
Obviously, we
That's
figured
what
that
it
out
did.
immediately to immediately destroy the crystal.
Yes.
They
I
were
did.
teenagers in that graveyard, by the way.
Yeah, they didn't seem to be
Yes.
who you'd expect to be powerful necromancers. Bunch
More
of
like
kids,
kids
basically.
playing around with like the dad's spellbook.
I mean, you
But
get
good.
several times. You get we have to deal with all the guards and have to deal with the young teenagers who think it's cool to sneak into the graveyard and pretend to be necromancers and things like
This
that.
was a bit more than pretending. This was actual
Actual
powerful spell casting.
They were actually
well,
raising
looking at
skeletons
this,
and zombies.
look at this focus. This takes a lot of practice and power to use.
They had like flaming skulls.
There was
and
flaming
everything.
skulls,
Yeah.
there was
Flame
zombies.
skulls.
Yeah. There was
Trio
zombies,
of
there was
them.
skeletons, it was all kinds of
It was crazy, crazy time.
crazy shit all over.
And they were only teenagers.
Yeah.
Some-
And 3 of them,
wasn't
But
the size
not enough to form a pentagram.
But 3 skulls as well.
and some of them spells they were doing. It's like, can you even do some of them stuff?
No,
It's like
this
seemed
was
pretty high
powerful stuff.
Was it like Cloud Kill or something like that? One of them?
Yeah, there was a gigantic cloud that like almost killed half of us.
Yeah, they dropped Cloud Kill. There was lots of drain lives going on.
Yeah.
They kept petting my Triceratops and
Yeah, he
something
turned
like
into a
that.
dinosaur.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was completely incidental. Ignore
Yeah,
that.
I did that on
has
purpose.
nothing to do with
It
this.
might necessarily be that it's power that they've gained from something else rather than what they.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's more
More
Well,
warlock.
from what I can gather.
passed down.
Well, I was thinking more looking at this crystal. They didn't go with the intention of what has occurred. I think
Oh, you think they were
possessed.
a bit too full for there, right?
I think
Necromancer
it was
ghosts.
more a case of they were
Expecting a little but got a lot.
yes.
They were dealing in powers.
The
they
only
wouldn't-
thing I can think of is that the power was amplified through the presence of Orcus in our
Ding, ding, ding,
realm.
ding.
That's a bingo.
Now, that's not to say that these teenagers were purposefully trying to worship him or even summon him or even know who he is.
They probably thought it was a bit of fun that turned into.
Got a bit of a power
They got
boost.
out of hand.
So they go there, try and cast a little cantrip of firebolt, and it explodes into a fireball. And I go, cool.
Oh dear.
Kids stage.
Well, someone should probably go and clean up the bodies, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know who deals with that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll send people to sort it out.
Any chance you can help our friend? He's
I'm,
kind of dead.
I'm no cleric, but
Like
I
recommend a good
Direction
one?
of someone.
yes,
Or
in
even
the
just
morning.
an okay one. It's fine.
In the morning,
The cheapest one.
I'll send my assistant out for some to get someone in the morning, but first just rest.
Is
all of you.
Roman Drawn available?
Please. That would be nice.
For a
No, he
reasonable
is
rate.
not. He is definitely not. Out of all the clerics that you wish to resurrect your friend,
He's a
he
paladin.
would be the.
Yeah.
He's a cleric.
Who's a paladin?
He's a
That's
cleric.
cleric.
Have you? Is a Pike Trickfoot in town?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But
Wrong realm.
Omen Dran is the last person you want to owe any
I
favours to.
know. You should find out.
That's a name drop, didn't you?
Yeah. I just wanted the reaction.
Maybe
So-
we can find a cleric of, what's
What
his
about
name?
Marlath
Smooth
Blue
Hands.
Eyes?
He seemed to like
Oh,
that god, right?
I'll
Any deep names in?
sort someone out. It'd be the easiest thing. I'll get it sorted. I'll cover the costs. Everything you.
Oh, that's very
He
generous.
died on service to me.
He
Oh,
died
thank
because he's
you
a
very much.
fucking idiot, to be honest.
Well, you know, but still, he was under my employ for that moment. So
But yes, please
health
rest.
plan's
You're
pretty
welcome.
good,
You're
yeah.
welcome to rest here.
Thank
Oh, thank you.
I'll have everything sorted for you. If you don't mind, it is still quite early, and I'd like to
Yeah, sorry.
sit back and continue
Time
my
for
rest.
some sleep.
Sorry. I've got jobs I need to do tomorrow anyway.
Mm.
Okay.
Pick up a thing.
There's something else I wanted
So-
to get made as well. That I keep forgetting.
I need to do something as well. I need your help with that, Joe.
So you guys
Okay.
gonna rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Anything you want to do
Actually,
before you
shut
rest? Any conversations that you want to have? Or?
I've got a thing I want to do tomorrow. Joe, I'm going to need your help. Graham, I might need yours as well.
So, got any questions you want to ask Adam's body while it's here?
Yeah.
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 5 questions.
I mean,
Yeah.
we could-
How much money do you have?
Where are the bodies buried?
Why have you got a problem with me? Why did he?
Where did you
Why-
hide the rest of the treasure?
Why did he first start hearing about the voice in his head?
Where did you get the skull from?
Natural 20. I'm offended.
You can't hit shit.
I'm about to, apparently.
No, that's not how the speak with dead thing. It's not like it sucks your soul back into your body. It's your body answers it with the information that it had during your life. But it's not your dead
Right.
spirit inhabiting your body. So essentially, it would answer the questions like you would answer the questions while you were alive, without any knowledge that you've died.
His bowels are gone loose tonight.
That does happen actually.
Yeah.
No, gentle repose fixes all of that. It's fine.
I feel like it smells like Pepsi then.
Trust me.
Cool, refreshing
Oth-
taste.
Other drinks are available. Other brands are available.
Any questions?
Is
Before we
there
bring it
really?
back?
I mean,
Nah, just leave him.
Yeah,
he's pretty open and honest about everything anyway.
Yeah.
that's true.
He wants to kill you.
2. Okay.
Yeah, even if he wasn't, it's not like the spell compels him to tell the truth.
When was honesty a bad thing?
It's not.
There is
It's
such
like
a thing
we
as
don't
being
feel
too
like there are
honest.
any unresolved questions. Other than like, why are you so stupid standing around with all the skeletons not coming in and hiding away from being shot?
You can ask him that.
Why didn't you run?
I'll ask him that. Yeah, okay. I'll get out the Stone Speak Crystal, cast Speak with Dead. So, why didn't you run from the skeletons, you idiot?
Had a plan.
Oh,
That
figures.
makes sense. The next question: what is the plan?
What was your plan?
Yeah, what is the plan?
I'm assuming he's only ever had one plan,
So
but it's just a cover-all.
So what is the question? The only
Yeah, I'm asking, what was the plan?
Leave you all to die.
do we have the revival?
Well, that's the exact opposite outcome of what he intended, so...
Yeah.
How long can we like to leave someone if we can resurrect them?
Well, Gentle
10 days
Repose
for that
hits
then.
pause on it, so I could technically keep him in suspended corpse animation forever.
Ask him if he now feels really stupid being the one that he died
What
when
are you
he
thinking
was
of weekend and burners in for the rest of the campaign?
Oh yeah, level 5 I can cast animate objects and just like puppet him around. It'd be brilliant.
I'm just thinking about how long can we just keep this going for?
Still offended.
You could just, next time you'll have a look, just learn Animate Dead.
I can control Undead for a little while. It'll last for a day.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be fun. Has to do what
Well,
I
to be
say.
fair, no, Animate Dead won't work on him because he was already a
Dead.
zombie. And I think once they die, you can't animate a zombie corpse.
Something like that.
Well, if he comes back
But
alive,
if
I
he's an
can,
object,
I can casually
corpse is.
suggest that he just
Loophole!
isn't a dick.
Just try and keep on top of it forever and ever and ever, and then just wake up and be like, oh, thanks guys. So we're gonna go back to black stuff and be like,
That was
no,
50 years
that
ago.
Just,
20
Hayden, why's
years.
your hair grey?
We're like super powerful, like level 20 adventurers, like lightning shooting off our head and stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah, we're gonna rest.
Yeah, I don't have
It
any more
really would.
questions.
Right, so you guys rest up for the night?
Yep.
Cool. Anything individually that you want to do before you rest, or during the rest, or as you're resting, or while
Do you want to stick some gold in the party bag?
Yeah. And what you got?
70 gold.
270 electrum,
Yeah.
1500 copper.
Did you go to a
Why were these kids carrying so many copper
I don't
pieces? Were they planning on gentle reposing the whole graveyard? Actually, I'll keep hold of 10 of those coppers. It'll be useful for more dead body pausing spells. What? I need 2 copper pieces to cast Gentle Repose.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
I'll pause that body.
Need to go to
Let's hit pause on that
tomorrow,
decomposition
but-
situation.
Need to pick up my helm,
Need to get
my armour, and my sword.
need to get Polygin, but also need to make something else made.
270 electrum.
Wasn't
Just the simple bit.
Yeah, Electrum.
Yeah.
Stupid
Stupid
fucking
things.
Electrum.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
So I keep having called.
1500.
1,490. Because I've taken
I didn't
10.
pick up another.
Okay, so as you rest for the night, I assume that you're doing like a little meditation thing. So as you're meditating, you sat there in the nice calm room. You've each got an individual room as well.
It's
Nice.
pretty sweet.
And from what you can tell, these rooms didn't exist before you needed them.
Magic rooms.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Room requirement. So, so you're sat there in this room, lovely room temperature, and then you feel the breeze on your brush your hair. And you open your eyes, and you see that you're sat at the edge of an active volcano.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Tula sits next to you, and you notice others sat all around the rim. This realm is linked to the worlds of the material plane. It cannot exist without them. The volcano is a reflection of the turmoil spreading through the material plane. A threat unseen for centuries. You must uncover it and vanquish it. And just as you're about to speak or move or say something, you blink and you're back in the Blackstaff Tower. And I'd like to level up your character, please. Tim, as you drift off to sleep, you find yourself walking down the aisle of a long cathedral. To each side you see a statue depicting a god, and then another, and another.
Different god or?
Each different gods. As you pass each statue, the decay surrounding you spreads and overcomes them, blackening them and turning them to ash. Eventually, you reach the end of the cathedral. A door opens before you. Beyond the door, you see a long road, and at the end of the road, the sun rises. I'd like you to level up your character.
It's a meta.
Graham, you're walking through a busy subterranean marketplace. Durgar, Sverfneblin, Drow, all shouting their wares. You hear commotion as a figure runs past you and a shop owner yells, "Thief! Stop them!" And as you turn to look at this person, you're back in the Blackstaff Tower. You're dead.
Oh! Wow.
So, you only get a short rest from that because of your injury from last time.
Do I still get the level up then?
You still get to level. But I'll say that happens quite early in the night, and then you can't get back to sleep because of the pain that you're in from your injury.
Triceratops injury.
So the rest of you wake up the next morning.
Hooray. It's always a good thing to happen.
Yes. You go. Well, I say next morning. It's probably around noon at this point.
Oh,
Because you did have a late one. The clock's on. Anyone that heads downstairs sees that there is a priest standing over the body of Adam.
can we tell what deity they worship?
Make Well, first off, make a perception check. If you want to have Luke.
9.
9.
This is
This
some
looks
kind
like
of
a
priest.
priest.
17.
17. Okay, you see a symbol. It's sort of like a. From what you can see, it looks like a triangle and then a circle, like leading into a circle. But that's all you can really see from this distance.
Also, can I have done hit dice to get some hit points doing that short rest
So that's what short rest is. I assume that's what you were doing.
Uh,
Okay. Adam.
So,
Rest in peace.
You watch a blue-skinned tiefling and a pale elf walk through a bizarre-looking corridor, carrying a crate. They reach an intersection where a yellow-skinned figure wearing a silver mask greets them. They all continue along the corridor until they reach a large open room. They place the crate in front of them. They open it to reveal a right-handed gauntlet, softly glowing purple. And then a deep chuckle. And you wake up. I like to level your character up.
yay.
But you wake up inside the Blackstaff Tower, a priest looking down at you. But also,
Do they take
You've
the
got
cock pieces
Resurrect.
off first?
Hmm?
They take the cock pieces off.
yeah, he sort of like bats them to the side.
Oh, can't take
No,
them back
he
then.
doesn't really. He just takes them off respectfully because body. No, not that one. No, not that one. No, not that one.
dice. Somebody
No, none of
dice,
these are
somebody
very,
dice.
very good. I've already got something for you anyway. So.
Okay.
Funky.
So I'm literally just laying on this table staring up at this priest.
Yeah.
The fuck? I need an adult!
You're an idiot.
A slightly less dead idiot than you were previously, but
I was dead?
very much so.
And Adam, I don't know if you're aware, but they have to use very valuable diamonds to resurrect you. It's a suppository.
Also, you owe a lot of money.
It's okay, I got nearly 1,000 gold on me. Not anymore. Don't reach into my bag.
It was a 16 on a deception to see if he believes me as well.
I'm not making you roll against each other.
Yeah, because I know full well I just don't believe you.
Until later when you go to poop.
They'll get it back in 2 to 3 days. Yeah, I'm kind of just going to sort of take a minute just to look around, just what the mother.
I mean, you've been in this room before.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm more sort of coming to terms with the fact I was dead.
Yeah.
Be a bit upsetting for people.
Welcome to the club.
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
So, dead boy,
So.
you are now alive.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy. This priest
How
looks
do you
down
feel?
at you, and it's like a very like fatherly figure, you know, short cropped brown beard with like speckles of grey in it.
Jeremy Irons!
Yeah, very much. And he looks down at you and says, "Welcome back to the land of the living."
Why chuckle when you say that?
Well,
I mean, thank you for the resurrection.
yeah, you're more than welcome.
Bear with me, I'm still a bit like...
Oh, yes, it's quite fuck.
Disorientated.
Yes, disorientating.
Last thing I remember was a bunch of pissed off skeletons stabbing me.
Yes, that tends to be quite deadly.
Very much so.
I'd say you held your own, but I've literally just brought you back from the dead. So,
He did.
Has he at least taken the arrows out of me, or am I laying here with
of
arrows
course, yeah, you're not just like he's not brought you back like
immediately-
fatally wounded.
Just immediately die again from blood loss.
Just sort of, no, it's like, well, at least those are out.
all your injuries are like healed again. You've got scars from them, but
Magic.
they're healed.
Okay. And what is your name, Mr. Priestman?
My name is
Mr. Priestman.
Priestington. My name is none of your damn business.
He's got a
The
name.
DM
It's a good name.
thought about
My
it.
name is Bolton Akkard.
Nice to meet you. I'm Adam. Thank you for the resurrection.
I mean, he comes around to an angle where he can shake your hand.
Oh, right.
He's just standing over your head like this. I'm assuming that you've like sat up at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he shakes your hand.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and he's sort of like, you take care out there.
I think I'm gonna have to. Apparently, dying's a thing.
Yes. Nobody
could've
is
told you.
immortal, I'm
Happens
afraid.
to the best of us.
Of course,
Okay.
we
I'm
need all
gonna.
these fancy priests.
Yeah, I'm still gonna need a minute. Just.
And he puts a hand and touches his thumb to the centre of your forehead.
He's doing spells.
And he just
Okay.
says, "Die. May you be
Bless you.
blessed on this dawn."
While you're here,
Yes.
Miss Blackstaff lady, she also said to see a cleric or someone anyway, because she said that especially you was like changed from our experiences in the Underdark, and we should get ourselves checked out immediately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
they all went a bit crazy down there. It's crazy times. Crazy times. Crazy times.
Yeah, but I've been
Crazy
fixed.
times. Crazy
Your body's
crazy
been
times.
fixed.
Okay, very good.
No, she purged like the angry demon voice in my head.
Then she said,
Yeah, but
get
what about
yourself
your
checked
voice
out
as
because
well?
there's still shit wrong.
So much wrong.
He looks at you first, and he's just like,
I'm fine. Absolutely spiffing. Marvellous even. Wonderful.
and he's just like, he's just like, are you though? And you see like the symbol glow.
What
And
symbol
it-
is it?
It's as you look at it,
Like, what
It
god's that?
looks like a triangle leading into a circle.
Oh, the god of geometry.
And
God
you
of
see
pie.
you see the glow spread through his arms,
Oh, here it
and
comes.
then I'd like you to get rid of those madness effects.
Well, all of them.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's literally like.
Is it God of the Deathly Hallows or?
Is it
Okay.
a triangle in a
It's
circle?
like that, but without the bottom of the circle on there. It's that's what it basically looks like. It's more ornate than that, but
So it's the
it's
Stargate
a spiky
symbol for
circle
Earth.
as well.
No, it's shh.
So yeah, you no longer have those madness effects.
What about the
Dude,
ones
you
that
actually
caught?
fucking died for real.
Strange enough, I was there. I remember the dying bit. Everything
He
else
puts
was
his
kind
hand
of
on your
on my
thing.
what? Be very careful.
on your arm and cast the same spell. You no longer have madness effect. So
Do you know
all
what?
those flaws that you have are now gone.
Are they though?
All the flaws that I told you you've got.
Well, it's just
are now
physical
gone.
or mental.
Polish your turd.
Still got most of the face.
How about the rest of you? Do you?
I'm okay.
Do him. He's gonna kill people.
Yeah, you are now cured of your madness.
How long does the cleric stand there holding Tim? I mean,
Hours.
Hang on a minute. This is going to take a lot. This
This is a tricky
full,
one.
A full reboot.
Sorry, he's a priest, yeah?
Yeah.
So he's a father.
oh,
Yeah.
or a
Might
deacon,
not be.
You're
Whatever.
or a
Did
minister.
anybody see that?
What?
What happened?
I don't know,
Then how did we see it if you don't know what happened?
Oh.
because they're not watching.
You're cured.
I think I'd like one.
Yeah, well, you're cured of it, bitch.
Is that gone?
I don't
Okay.
even have
That's
anything.
gone.
Does that also include the one
Is his face
Where
still, or
I,
is his
uh,
face still messed
no
up?
longer
Oh, his face
care
is still a mess.
about?
What about?
I'm sorry, but there are some things that
His
the
face
gods
still-
can't
yeah.
cure.
Yeah.
It's not like
It's mental
magic.
health.
It's, yeah. It's, yeah.
So that's all including the one we got in the last game where I don't care about death and.
No, you very much care about death, like me.
Can-
This isn't a joke. This is deadly serious now.
Can I
Well,
ask
just made it worse.
I know.
where
Put
I
me
can
back,
find
put
you?
me
Living proof of the deathly
Yes.
seriousness of this.
You can find me at the Spies of the Morning.
Spies of the morning.
Yes.
Morning is in.
Morning is
Food
in
I'm sad or hooray it's dawn.
Hooray, it's dawn.
Good. The good kind of morning.
The woman says it was like morning has
Um,
broken.
If
I
you were
need
needing
to
to
talk
powers
to
in,
somebody.
Okay.
Morning.
Somebody's
I
Is
am
that
always here for.
Lathander?
Yes.
Figured.
Boom, nailed it.
Curse you for playing your role
And
really
as
well.
you look at the symbol, I'd like you to make a.
It was, because you were never my intended victim.
Religion.
I mean, I'm the victim. Someone's supposed to
Yeah,
kill
I'll
you.
give you advantage.
Yeah, but the whole point, you have to stop them. So
Like,
I was
yes,
planning to murder
Sunday,
someone
the
in the
god of the morning
Ah,
dawn.
you were the
great
patsy.
good
Natural
and
20.
light
Intended
and
target.
shit.
Natural
A
20.
19 and a
You
20.
thought I was
As you look at the symbol,
Ooh.
it flashes in your head,
Yeah,
and
I
you
thought someone else was
see
gonna kill me, but I made
that
a think I was
triangle
thinking
Yeah.
you.
as a road, and that circle as a sun rising.
Really mindful
It's
with
a
it.
sign.
I have questions. I need to talk to somebody. Can I
Of course.
find you later?
Of course,
Thank you.
the spies of the morning.
Spies of the morning.
That
Thank you.
sounds pretty cool. Dun, 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 dun.
I propose we never go into a
Spires.
graveyard ever again.
Oh. Like, Spies of the morning.
Fuck's sake. It's just Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Just through shafts of light.
Good Percy dice.
So,
Did you tell me to level up my character up?
yeah.
Oh, right.
Have you not done it?
I was a little busy. I'm
What have
sorry.
you been doing?
You're dropping into combat now. It's too late.
Oh,
What with the priest?
You lose a level.
That's fine, you can catch me later, but first, death.
I brought you back to life so that I can show you true death.
So I can
Oh.
again.
That does fit with the Lord of Light.
So this is day 2
Not
of
this-
us being here.
Three.
Three.
Lord of the Dawn.
So I've got 7
The
days
Dawn
on my
Lord.
sword. And 4 days on...
I need to get something else made as well.
Yeah, I do as well.
What's that?
But it's
And I was making
very
a
I
easy.
wanna
Thrones
get-
reference.
is
Right.
it something safe
So-
and not
Yes.
dangerous?
It's definitely safe, non-dangerous.
We've all played like
It's definitely safe and.
we've all played Destiny, right?
Yeah.
And you know, like the Titans, they've got like the slashes on the side. I
Yeah.
want one of them with
Cool.
the logo on it.
Cool. Fucking
Why not? More
Yeah.
branding, always more
Yeah,
branding.
always be branded.
I'm gonna have a hawk powder and I'm gonna have a hawk sash on it. And go, oh, what's that for? But funny, like you can get it in our store, which isn't actually open yet.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
I need to go back to the magic shop.
Yeah.
Buy
Yeah,
some
so
magic
if we
stuff.
can make it quick to there, because I want to go back to sleep, because I'm still knackered.
That as well.
Yeah, I need to pick up my armour. It's got the hawk symbol on
That's
across
very
the
cool.
chest.
I mean, you've still got a few days on that.
No, the armour was 1 day. The
Oh.
helm was 5, and the sword is now 7. So yeah,
I just know that when your armour is done, my
armour's done
powder
today.
is done.
Well,
Powder's done.
I mean, you guys can go and you can go pick up your armour.
Yep.
Easy.
I'll
Done.
go with you.
That's-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Your armour's done. What was it you were after?
I had a pauldron and
Your
shit.
pauldron.
Hawk.
Pauldron
Okay.
done. Sure.
Wicked.
Whatever.
I
should
need
be
someone
level
that can
8
make clothes.
If you're the same level as
Or
everyone
some
else.
sort
Yeah,
of
that's
material
what-
work.
Oh, you want a tailor?
So I'm going to level
Okay.
8.
Ability score.
Tailor over there.
Thanks.
Yeah, get tabards for
You go to
everyone.
a tailor and then yeah.
And one for
What?
A cloak for
a
Hercules.
cloak for
Right.
Hercules.
What are we buying at the tailor's? I'm not going to role play it. Just tell me what you're buying. I'll
Right,
give you a
so
number.
no,
And
right.
that's how much you're paying.
Titans in Destiny. If the
Yeah.
sashes on, I want
Right.
that
So
with
you're
the
getting
logo.
that.
And a cloak for Hercules.
Cloak for
Cloak for
Hercules and a
Hercules.
matching t-shirt for me. If they can make t-shirts.
He sort of like looks at your tattered t-shirt. At this point, I will say,
Don't have the mending cantrip. I tried.
you've been in the same clothes for like
2.
7 months. Now.
Yeah, we
I want a
stink.
new
Yeah.
version of this.
You're in a city.
Yeah.
So just get
You
some
can
new
buy
clothes.
clothes.
Buy lots of clothes.
Just buy some
Yeah.
new clothes.
So I'm gonna say,
Let's
for
go
everything
shopping.
that you want, cloth-wise and clothing-wise, I will say, drop.
Deuce.
See, what sort of level of clothing do you want? You want like fancy or just normal?
Just
or-
normal
hard,
clothing.
hard wearing and kind of
I'll say drop 20 gold between you,
Take
and,
it out
and
that
you've got a
70
few
we
sets of decent hard-wearing clothes.
Take it out that
Hayden.
gold.
yeah,
Take
take
it
out
out
the
the-
rich trust
Yeah.
fund.
I want to take Joe and Graham. I'm looking for like an artist sort of thing, and I want to make missing persons poster
Oh, right.
or sort of thing. And
Oh,
with
no.
Joe, I describe you.
But you don't
just-
have to. You don't have to describe it. Joe
No.
knows what I look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, but to the artist sort of thing, and I just want like a couple of flyers made up with your picture on, so that we can sort of like
Okay.
have you made.
Did we
this-
like see some sort of vision so he'd probably have a longer beard?
Yeah.
there, so make the beard longer, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then like the hair a bit
Photo
longer
hair.
there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
just
the Photoshop this a bit of dirt around the cheeks.
Yeah.
Fine, recast
then-
it.
And then with Joe's help in common and in English.
Yeah.
I write on, have you seen this person? And just sort of like so that Joe's not having to be inconvenienced if I'm not with him and go, have you seen this person? And I pull out the poster that I've made.
Why? Where is that from?
It's from my imagination.
I found
Where is that from?
that on your Facebook page.
That's at Nando's.
See, if I knew, obviously I know you already made it when you showed me, but if I knew you were going to be doing photos, I would have
Yeah.
given you this one. Just because I've had it on my phone for some reason still, and it's.
I like how you've got going by the names of Joseph the Seeking, Ivar, Marloth the Victorious Champion of Dragons, Batala, but not actually just Leigh.
I would have given you that one that I still have on my phone.
Yeah.
Free, isn't it?
I still have that one.
And
Yes.
the poster says, have you seen this person? Going by the names that you've just said. Approach with extreme caution.
Yeah.
If seen, report to the group known as Huntinghawks, which is us. I shall leave it on the table for people to peruse.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. I like that you're making props now.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't
Right.
put Hadderai down. That
I couldn't remember his...
Oh, is that why the other day you went, oh yeah, that was his name?
Yeah. I couldn't remember. I was like,
How can you not forget?
who the fuck was the elf thing?
Flower. He may be offering flowers.
Yeah. That'd be on
No,
the...
that's Marlath.
No, that was Hadderai.
No,
Marlath was the one that
Hadderai
slept
gives you
with...
flowers. Marlath takes them away.
Yeah. Marlath was the one that slept with virtually everyone.
Yes.
That's the point. Has anyone heard of a Marlath Blue Eyes or Golden Eyes, as he is now known?
Make
Tim, we could spend forever doing this.
I know.
Have you heard of
I'm gonna say just one roll.
Yeah.
Make see, there's no information gathering in 5e.
It's a 4, doesn't matter.
Investigate or say
It was a 4. Never mind.
yeah, someone goes, oh yeah, I've heard of him.
Yorp.
He's a tall fellow.
No, never mind.
Orc, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tools, no?
He was actually quite tall.
Yeah, he was.
Maybe we could write a whole list.
Yeah.
Have you heard this person? Have you heard this person?
Yeah.
Have you heard this person?
You never know.
Right.
Probably not.
So
Yeah.
that's
So,
that. What are
pick
you
up the
guys
armour.
doing now?
I'm going back to the magic shop briefly that I went to previously. I want to
Okay.
buy the components needed to cast Find Familiar.
Okay, so however much that you
Yeah.
know what price that is, you
I do.
buy away.
3 lots because it's bound to die repeatedly.
I'm going to try
Especially
and
with
find,
Tim.
find some more potions.
Alright,
Can't sit back
make an investigation check.
That would be shit. Investigation. 8.
Okay, I'll say you can find a couple of standards for 100 gold. And you get a couple of just standard healing potions. Which ones are these standards? These small ones, I think. There you go. Pass on to Graham.
So I'll take one of them and whoever. Does anybody need a potion?
I'll take one. I used one.
I'll throw it up and whoever catches it, yeah?
No,
What, on
no,
your side of the table?
No?
Just
I'm
give it to
good.
Hayden.
Yeah, but he can heal
You can
himself.
heal yourself.
Yeah, he can just like crack one off in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I can, but I get no healing benefits from it.
Yeah.
Only spiritually.
And once everyone's done their jobs, I want to break off and go to find the Spies of the Morning
Spies.
temple.
Okay, so you go to the temple district.
James Bond.
It takes a little bit looking around and asking, but
Yeah.
you do find Spies of the Morning, and it's now that you've seen it, it's pretty obvious because it is just this huge cathedral, just 5 gigantic alabaster spires pointing to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And you head in.
I find the priest that came. What was his name again?
Bolton Akkard.
Yeah. I asked for him if he's around.
Father Akkard.
Yes.
Yes. I'll go get him.
Thank you.
The comes out and says, hello friend.
Hi. I need to talk to you. I couldn't really say anything in front of my friends
Of course.
earlier. I don't know how to put this. Had a dream. And
Call it vision. It
A
sounds
vision.
more spiritual.
yeah, vision, if you like, and
Why does everyone we keep talking to have eyebrows?
yeah.
Go on.
I don't know.
Just
How,
drinking from a juice
I
box.
don't know how to explain this. I'm a paladin. I've kind of broken my oath,
yes.
but
Well,
my
from the looks of it, it was a good job you did.
yeah,
Because you
Thanks.
ugly.
yeah.
And he just sort of like touches the. Ow. Yes.
Yeah.
Not bad, eh?
It's bad. But I've had a vision last night, and it seemed to draw me here. Path leading towards the sun.
Well, that certainly
Uh,
seems like Lathander's way.
Lathander.
Yes. The god of dawn, Dawn Lord himself.
Oh, I'm just thinking of the fucking Pokedex
Good-
now.
good to know.
Lathander, the dog Pokemon.
He's
Now he sings the hymn in the voice of Lathander.
Lathander, god of birth and renewal.
Yes.
it appeared to call to me. I want change.
You want change?
I want change, and
Well, I've got a few coppers.
I,
No, I want to be a lady.
I want to be a good paladin. I don't want to
There's a magic belt.
break my oath. I'd do anything to
Oh, sorry, not the Dawn Lord. He is the Morning Lord.
the morning
Well,
lord.
that took a turn. Dawn Lord turn.
It's like dawn, morning, close
Yeah,
enough.
is it morning
Sorry,
or
there's a
morning?
start going through the
It's
church.
fucking guards. We've been stalked by this card.
It's the same one every time.
My cabbages!
I want to do good. I'll do anything for my friends and anyone that needed help. I will. I just need some guidance.
Yes. Well, Lathander is He is the one who watches over the dawn. He watches over births, rebirths, renewals.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you are truly out to change and out to reinvent yourself, as it were, then Lathander will find you. But he is not the type of god who would give you aid in that sense. He doesn't ask. Sorry. He asks that you earn the aid first.
I'll do anything.
Well, your first step was coming here. It's not a short process.
I understand. I understand.
All I can say to you is, if your intentions are true and you really do wish to redeem yourself, then follow that path. Your actions are so much louder than any words you can say in this hall. And Lathander is a man of action himself.
Like I said, I'll do anything. It takes.
You're action man now.
I'll do anything
Greatest
it takes.
deity of them all.
Of course.
Us being in the graveyard yesterday, I just felt completely useless. If anything, I helped what we were fighting more than than the group, than what we are. It's like
Zariel is a wicked mistress.
you tell me.
And when she left you, I won't go into any. I won't ask any reasons. I won't pry into any choices or that you made in accepting Zariel into your life, whether it was intentional or not, is none of my concern. But her leaving you with this
Horrific scar on my face. Yeah.
yes, is a cruel thing. But it doesn't have to be permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, prove yourself to Lathander, or indeed any deity who wishes to help. But it's not a case of asking a deity to help, it's a case of you earning their help.
Thank you.
Of course. I'll be here anytime.
Thank you.
Okay.
I sort of bow to
The altar.
the altar and make my way in.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Don't do that.
So, that's what you're doing. Anyone else doing anything in town?
I'm gonna have a wander around, see if there's any bards on the streets.
Okay.
See if there's any.
I mean, you see like a few buskers or anything. Yeah, so that sort of thing.
Looking for anybody that might be sort of swords of the swords persuasion.
You see a couple of sword dancers, but
None that actually look like might be full on.
you don't see. Right, make an investigation check.
Because it's not a thing. You're looking for a fighter there, Graham.
Yeah. 19.
19. You don't see anyone of these sword dancers that look like they are actually like they are the bard class. You just think they're just performers. You don't think that they've seen battle or anything like that. You do see one lute player who looks like part of his performance he's actually like using like minor spells as part of his performance to tell stories, like minor illusion, things like that. But that's it.
I'll watch a bit of the performance and then
Okay.
just wander off back through town.
Okay. Right, so that's that. Anyone else? That it? Okay, so
To the inn.
you go back to the inn.
Gripe some scrolls.
Jonas is the innkeeper.
Right, you go back to the inn.
Oh yes.
Staggering paladin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the bar contemplating mortality.
Okay. You're at the bar contemplating mortality.
Yeah.
You alright?
Nope.
You want to talk about it?
Died, Tim.
What's
Kinda
up?
shitty. Did not feel good.
To be fair, I didn't actually feel it.
Thanks, Graham.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you don't feel like talking about it now, maybe in a day or two.
Sure, I'm still processing.
I understand.
Yeah, there really is nothing after death. That's kind of the frightening thing. At least nothing I can remember.
What, no bright light or anything like that?
Nada.
No.
So the problem is you're not worshipping a god. That's what you got to do here in the Forgotten Realms. Otherwise, you just get fucked over in the afterlife.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You
You
say
know,
that,
pick a
but
god that's got a good afterlife. Pay him some lip service. You're golden.
When you say lips,
Just be like, Mistra, you're all right.
you say
I
that,
thought me and Smoothhands got along quite well, but do you know what?
Well-
Fuck that guy.
yeah, you say that you've been actively searching and trying to ask for help, or even knowing what the hell you're trying to look for. That still doesn't help. So I think sometimes they just pick and choose,
Yeah, I'm
even
not.
on their end.
Besides, I'm not running around kissing these guys' ass just so I might get a look in an afterlife.
Well,
And no offence, the dude's got to do something for me before I give a crap.
always try being a cleric and get literal magic powers.
I've got a bow, I've got an arrow, I'm happy.
All
Oh, yeah,
Make
it's
maybe
an
one
arrow.
of the bow and arrow gods.
aren't you already
Thank
like a god to some
Got it
orcs
from
like
the
anyway?
orcs.
You got it from what?
I got it from the orcs.
Okay, cheers.
I think it's magical.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yes,
put it in my
that's-
quiver.
That's Joe.
Okay.
It's magic.
And no, I'm not a god to the orcs.
Give me
They
a
don't
few
really.
hours and I can identify that.
I mean, I got pretty friendly with them. It was kind of cool. Orcs have a really interesting culture.
Seems to be alright.
There's a god you can go to then.
I didn't ask about religion while I was there. I kind of just
Probably
hung
don't
out.
want to worship that
Yeah.
god.
No.
Why? What's wrong with all gods?
Well, Grumsh, the evil god of doing all the murdering and killing.
Ah.
Bad orc stuff. It's a bad god. It's not a good god.
Point, case, and approval.
Well,
Graham,
don't encourage him.
not going on a murder spree anytime soon. Don't like my mistakes pointed out to me. Just chilling out.
Wonderful.
Anyway,
Here's a
scribing
shot.
scrolls.
Pull out the. I've still got half a bottle of the drow alcohol. I'm going to pull out and
Oh
pour
god,
shots of
not that
that.
stuff.
Okay.
Set on fire like a petrol bomb.
It's so
It
good.
melts in the sunlight.
I think we should get rid of all the drow stuff. We don't need it.
Yeah, I am getting rid
That
of it
includes
by
drow,
drinking
though.
it
Yeah.
Which?
to death. Have a shot.
Down for that.
Question: How
Yeah, I'll
many
take a
working
shot.
hours are left in the day?
That's an easy one.
How
I'd say it's about
40?
it's about 40, not 40. I'd say after everything you've done, it's probably about 4 o'clock now. So that means that you've only been up about 4, maybe 5 hours.
We haven't wasted a day.
So the scribe.
Lazy Sunday, shall we call it?
1, 2.
Sometimes we just need them to like
How does
reset.
Sundays work here? So obviously there's 10 days.
They don't really name the days though. That's the thing. It's just a 10 day.
There's a calendar.
There's 1 day, 2
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, the calendar is it's just like
But,
this is this what day is its date? Oh, it's the 1st of this month.
yeah, but it's in like, do they have rest day?
Like if you
Let's
wanted
call
to,
today a rest
if you
day.
asked
Call
today
a rest day.
what if you asked today what day it is the 14th of Flame Rule. Flame.
Sounds like a Sunday.
Something like that. Flame something.
14 is technically a 4.
Well, it depends. It depends if you ask a human or a dwarf.
Oh, this is getting way too complicated. It's a
Yeah.
day.
To be
I'm
fair,
scribing.
the fact
Don't
that I
disturb
can't
me.
understand common when it's written down
It's not a bad
So
thing.
it's the
is not a
day.
bad
It
thing,
is.
but I do feel like a complete.
If you ask a
Dunce.
dwarf, it's the 14th of Flame Rule. If you ask literally anyone else, it's the 14th of Summertide.
Oh, we're in the summer.
Okay.
Cool.
Or in June.
And they do say, "Oh, are you looking forward to the holiday,
Yes. That holiday.
the Midsummer
that I-
Feast?"
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some kind of event.
Well,
on-
when's
Yes, there will be.
Again?
It is in about 16 days. 17 days, in fact.
Oh, so next month.
No. See, the way that they work here is the holiday days are in between months. So it works out that there's 12 months, each with 30 days.
Okay.
And that obviously
360
doesn't add.
days.
Yeah. So those extra days are. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 extra days are in between
Okay.
certain months.
That
So
seems
it's
like
not-
a
it's not like,
ridiculous system.
Oh, when is midwinter? Oh, that's in deep winter. It's not. It's in between deep winter and the claw of winter. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And then every 4 years,
No,
there is shield meat,
Let's not be
which
there
is
for
essentially.
I start to bleed from the nose and the ears.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, it's midsummer. That's. And they explain to you that midsummer is.
We just walk away at this
Yeah.
point.
It's the midpoint of summer. It's a day of feasting, carousing, betrothals, and basking in pleasant weather. Storms
Okay.
on Midsummer Night are seen as bad omens and signs of ill fortune, and sometimes interpreted as divine disapproval of the romances or marriages sparked by the day's events.
It's going to be real stormy then.
It's-
All
it's
demons
gonna
about.
piss it
Whoa.
Yeah, but even that, or some people should just not be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
together.
going to get up and take a leak.
You're going to go up and take a leak.
Where are you taking it?
You're going to pay for it?
I was going to say, are you going to the greengrocers?
Yeah, I'll literally just excuse myself to the bathroom.
Okay. I mean,
19
it's,
stealth.
it's more like an outhouse, but yeah.
Yeah, 19 stealth.
Okay.
Stealth people.
What, into the toilet?
Right, none of you notice him leave.
I thought about it.
I'm just staring at the table so he can answer the
It's
question or
like
not.
stealth things, like you stealth inside the outhouse. Like, well, no one can see you.
I'm going to make my way out the pub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, that's where the outhouse is.
Yep. I'm just going to break off, just sort of take a little walk around the town.
You're outside. What are you looking for?
I had an unseen servant, I thought. I don't know. Where's he gone? A little ghosty person. Oh,
Probably behind the DM screen.
possibly.
Is this him?
Maybe.
No, I don't think it is. No, these are just ghosts.
Oh, no more. I'll find him later.
Yeah.
It's not like you can see it. It's a bit
Right.
So you buggered off
Yeah. Is there is that the only tavern, or is there like another tavern I can try and find?
in Waterdeep.
No, there's only one.
There's literally like one tavern. That's it.
In the whole city.
In the whole metropolis of the largest city in Faerun.
You could just say there's more than one tavern. I mean,
Yeah, all right.
I'm not looking
Yeah,
for
as you wander this, as you open the door to leave, and you see a street full of taverns.
Well, that answers that. I want to look for like the shadiest, rundown, shitty joint I can find.
Already in it.
Killed again.
Make a
Get stabbed.
make an investigation.
14.
Perception, actually. Make that
Perception?
perception. Now just use that same roll.
15.
Okay. There's one that looks. I mean, some of these are quite fancy because this is the trades ward. If you want to walk for a bit, you can probably find one of it. It'll take like an hour or so.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just.
Yeah, if you go like down to like the dock ward or something like that, yeah, you can find a pretty shifty, shady little one.
Yeah. I just want to go up to the bar, just order a drink.
Oh, what you be having there? You want something that's going to put some hair on your chest there?
Sort of help fill in these arrow holes.
You. And he just gives you just this mug of brown stuff.
Crunchy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how brown does it look?
It's a 12 on the brown scale.
Nice mug of brown.
I'm going to gently sip it.
It's strong. Oh! Make a constitution save. Or just constitution check, actually. What?
I rolled a natural one.
He just straight out. And he just laughs. Too strong for you, is it? Too strong.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to that. That's just, these should come with a warning.
Right, and then you after the first bottle, after the shock's gone, you can drink it down, but it is
I'd like to sort of
strong.
twist the ear of the thing, not literally, just like to get into conversation. Just sort of.
I'm sorry, you was too strong. Yeah.
So you've been here long? This brand new tavern?
This tavern, and this is an old man with like a scraggly beard, and he says, "My granddaddy built this tavern."
With his bare hands?
Yeah, he wasn't no bear.
Okay. What was he?
He was human.
Oh, good on him. Good on him.
Yeah. Human like me.
Ah.
Like my granddaddy, and like him before him.
That's really
Yeah.
nice bit of humans. Speaking of that, I think I'm looking for a human. It's a good buddy of mine. He's supposed to have some work for me in the city. Old Adrian Whalevor.
Adrian Whalevor.
Adran Whalevor?
Sounds like an elven name to me.
You know any elves with that name?
I don't know no damn fancy elves.
Bastards, aren't they? It's the pointy ears. It makes them seem entitled.
Always looking down at us with those narrow eyes and
Squinty bastards, the whole lot of them.
they ain't got no meat on them bones either. They're just it's like being looked down on by a pointy-eared rake.
Do you know what? I completely agree with you. I mean, I'll tell you what, I know he's not as rakish. I know this half-elf. He's just... I mean, they're worse.
How does a half-elf even happen? It's like...
It's not
It's like
natural,
having
is it?
sex with a pointy-eared rake.
I completely agree.
Brain of Faerun here.
Is this still racist? I'm not sure.
So if I was looking for said pointy-eared rake bastard, where would I find him?
Oh, probably in one of them elf pubs.
Got the name of them elf pubs? This guy owes me some serious money. It's not right that I've got to go to some...
but I bet he won't give you it.
Yeah.
They're really good at that backwards talking. Them elves.
They promise you the
They'll
world
talk
and
you.
give
They'll talk
shit.
you out of the clothes off your back, so I can put it on their rake bodies.
You got a thing about rakes there, my friend.
He hates rakes.
It's such a...
Whereas they're very thin, aren't they?
It's unnatural, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
not
No
natural.
meat on their bones. How do they
No
eat?
meat
Where do
at
they
all.
shit? I've never seen an elf shit. I bet they don't.
That explains
I bet
why
they
they're
haven't
so
got any
uptight. They're all
arseholes.
constipated.
I bet they haven't got any arseholes. I bet get nothing down there.
I tell you what, they haven't got any arseholes because they are arseholes.
Does this guy hate gardeners?
So one of these elfy pubs, where would I find it?
Oh, you want to be in one of the fancy places in town.
I'll look into that. I'll leave you be now, my friend. Good on you. I'll leave him a 10 gold tip.
Fucking hell.
Can close up shop.
Yeah. It's like his month's.
Why, thank you, sir.
Just call me the
Thank
Grand
you, sir.
Wizard. And I walk out.
What?
Grand Wizard. Oh.
Mostly disguised the fact I've just stolen one of his mugs. So.
That's
Wow.
it's like it looks like it's been hand carved out of wood 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So if you want to drop 10 gold on that, that's fine.
I take it. It was worth it for the strangeness that just happened.
Quite antique.
Okay. So meanwhile, what's
Try
everyone else
and a
doing?
rake. Scribing scrolls still. It's been 4 hours yet.
I'm
I'm
sure.
still
Sure. By the
scribing.
time he's got to Dockward, yeah,
Alright.
and that. So
Okay.
I've done that.
Yeah,
I
I've
want to
finished
find
scribing.
somewhere
Mhm.
that I can train using weapons where there's some sort of targets that you can use, etc.
Okay. Make a. Describe to me a skill that you would use to find a place like that.
I suppose I'd ask around if anyone's like, oh, know anywhere that might be
So,
a
like
guild
persuasion.
of some sorts, or yeah, why not?
Go for persuasion.
Hmm.
If you've got a better skill that you can use for it,
Not
and you can
really.
explain to me how you would use it.
Intimidation.
Just
No,
athletics.
no,
Just
it's-
run over the whole city until you find somewhere.
I could be running for quite a long time now.
It's quite a big city.
Yeah. That's why you need a high athletics check.
He's got those boots of speed as well.
Exactly. It covers the whole city in no time.
Right.
What about that Hall of Heroes place? That's a place in this place.
Sure, why not?
That
I'll
sounds
have
like-
a nice little jog. I can get some exercise at the same time.
Oh no.
And try to find.
Everything's just
Everything
falling
going
apart.
Everything is awful. Right, let me just pull up Waterdeep in my magic book here, just so I can have a look at it.
Or you could,
Call
because
it
some
seal
looks
sort
really
of thing.
giant map.
I think that's the Hall
Yeah,
of
but-
Heroes. Is that what it's called?
Probably.
Big brown place.
Should explain. Graham has a giant map of Waterdeep on his wall.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but Leigh can't see it from
I
there.
can't
so-
see
No,
it.
you
Yeah.
can't, because it's just far enough away that 2020 vision
Where
is
the
useless.
fuck was Waterdeep in here? You'd think that it would be in alphabetical order.
No.
But
That would make
They'll be in
sense.
at the end.
Wizards of the Coast,
Or is it?
nothing
it's
is in
some
order.
part.
It's
Oh no, it's
alphabetical
because I'm in
order.
the dwarven bits here. Yartar Waterdeep. Got it. Alright, go on. You're looking for a place to call your own. This doesn't have anything that I want. Hang on.
What?
Castle Ward, Dock Ward, Field Ward, North Ward, Sea Ward, Southern Ward, Trades Ward, City of the Dead, Undercliff.
Make it up.
You find somewhere.
Cool.
I mean, it's late at night now, so it's like it's getting on for like 7, 8 o'clock. So you find like there's an area where it's got like a few sort of like guild hall type bits. After talking around, it seems like if you want to use their training space, you have to join their guild sort of thing. Make a charisma check. 5. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't find anything. Yeah, I'd say that it's more that it's not so much that you're not friendly enough or anything like that. It's just that it's getting to the point where it's not as bustling. There's not as many people to ask.
I'll try again tomorrow.
Okay. Anyone else? You all good? Right.
I want to get everyone who's still in the pub to gather outside, because I'd like to introduce you all to the newest members of the Huntinghawks team.
Members?
Yes. As you'll see on my shoulder, I have this beautiful celestial-looking hawk familiar.
I was curious about that, yes.
Hawkules.
Okay.
Cool name.
Yes. you will see this fantastic phantom steed that I have conjured, Horsey Lee's.
Fuck's sake.
And though you cannot see him, for he is an invisible servant, Hercules.
I'm going to just reach down the street and pick up. I'm guessing it's like dusty streets and stuff. Just then it's like, whereabouts is it?
No, this is Trade War. This is a very clean street.
I'll
Joe,
command
sand.
him to go
Sand.
and touch Graham.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Can I just
Seen
like,
serving.
can I say that I'm coming back at this point of like,
Yeah. She's got the Achilles is there too.
This
going on?
horse that you have summoned
That's a
is
horse.
majestic looking.
It's fucking magic. Look at that.
I'll go inside and I'll just start to cry.
is it like?
I'm gonna like get on the horse and have it like rear up while I've got this hawk on my arm.
and Hercules is just like wafting
waving my like cloak behind me.
For you, it's
Hey
like-
Tim, look, Tim.
I go to my room.
How cool's
I'm
this?
assuming there's like rafters sort of things. I'll tie a rope.
Oh,
Hang
Tim, no.
myself.
So for you, it happens all in slow motion, but I'm just still like. This is too majestic.
Damn, it's good to be a wizard.
I am normally deathly afraid of horses, and I would happily kill every single one on sight. But that one is it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast like
Yes, they're evil.
Yeah, I'll cast slow on myself and all my menagini, so we're doing like slow motion, and it's looking awesome.
What's the Baywatch
I'll
thing?
summon some sparkles and shit. It says magic.
I'll be there.
That's like very quickly though, it just
That's the
went
Baywatch.
very quickly,
one
just
where
fades
they're
off. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's cool. We'll just walk in.
Yeah,
You're still outside, like, go. Let's go.
Right. So
well, it's fun. Just
on
dispel
that
everything.
as you
Yeah.
you go,
Chiefs.
you rest up for the night. I'm guessing after all this.
Yeah.
Actually, you're still out.
I'm
aren't you?
still out.
Right. Well, let's resolve
dear.
you. Right. So you're going to
Elven pubs, apparently.
Elven pubs. Make an investigation check.
Horse-Elise.
That's Cox. Fuck.
9.
9. You don't even know where to look. It's getting dark as well, so you've got no idea at the minute where you need to.
Do I see any street urchins?
4 so far.
Yes.
No.
Shit.
We're in the posh area.
Yeah, you're in the posh area, and also
And Rocky Lee's.
you kind of think that the street
Fine.
urchins at this
Fine.
at this time of night are probably just like sleeping in a shelter somewhere.
You notice not them t-shirts and everything, like the Crick Roll type backs, and there's like
Oh,
Hercules and Horse-Elise and Hercules.
I literally resumed to the nearest pub then.
Okay. The nearest pub.
Not the one I've just come from.
No, but I mean like not the one that these guys are at.
No.
Okay, so you go into the nearest pub, and it's it's a dwarven place.
Okay, is it just dwarves? Just like the whole room go quiet when I walk in?
A little bit. There are other races, but it's like dwarves and gnomes mainly.
Should have noticed when he realised the door was at this height.
the whole thing's made
And
of
it's just
stone.
like
Just at chest height.
I'm going to bear with the awkwardness, just walk up to the bar, sit down.
How's your work?
Pint of ale, please.
Alright, you think you can come in here and you think you can drink our ale?
He's getting cock punched.
Is there like something wrong with buying beer here?
No, I was just wondering if that's what you felt. And it just gives you a pint of ale.
That's nice.
Cheers. Around on the house.
Ah! And everyone just, that's when it just like goes wild again and all this.
I don't think they realise what you said.
All around
Everyone's like, hey!
Still, everyone's going mental.
You're
And
in
the
the
bar keeps like, no!
That's all I lean over
around
to
on the
for the house, I meant.
Alright, so you are peeing.
That was the plan, yeah.
Right.
That was
Great.
the plan.
I want you to mark off.
For
I know,
house
10
and
gold.
He's
Bit
quite,
street.
he's quite busy.
How much
There's a
is
lot of
an
people
ale?
there.
He said it.
15 gold.
Okay.
There's quite a few people.
Could have bought another mug for that.
Yeah. Proper, like,
These mugs
actual
are quite fancy and
Dwarven
dwarven
stein, yeah.
Walking out.
So
Finally.
you're there drinking away.
So
Everyone's
half
like,
pints.
everyone like all the gnomes and all dwarves are like coming up to you and like thanking you and congratulating you and all this. And
Thank you, strange weirdo.
Yeah, I'll take it. Bear in mind, I assume I still have like all my orc face paint and everything on.
why don't I put the tavern one instead of the car?
Because it's a city.
Yes, you do.
Right, you should be drink dry.
Probably a bit smudged and dirty at this point. Yeah, I've been dead.
I'd like to assume I would have reapplied it.
Oh dear.
If I identify as orc, I'm going to identify properly. Anyway, I'm going to strike up a conversation and ask about Adrian Wallow. Or whatever.
Well for.
Whatever the
The name keeps changing as you drink more.
Where's Flim Flam Pop?
Adrian Whalefor.
What?
He's an elf.
Oh, fucking elves! Where are you coming in here talking about fucking
Because
elves?
I couldn't find an elf pub.
You don't want to go to elf pub.
No.
You got no ale there. It's all fucking wine.
Bastards. Bastards, the whole lot of them. Anyway, this bastard owes me money.
Oh, good luck on that.
Hence why I'm here to collect. Apparently, he's got quite the gambling
What the
issue.
fuck are you doing here? He's not here.
Well, I
Do
can't
you
find
see
him.
any fucking elves in here, man?
Well, where would I find him, man?
Probably in one of your fancy elf pubs that you're talking about.
But I couldn't find the elf pubs, could I? Hence why I stopped by here for some
I don't
lubrication.
fucking know where the fancy fucking elf pubs are. I don't want to go to that fucking shit. I'd sooner stay here in nice company where there's no fucking back talking and backstabbing and
Yes.
backing.
I
Rakish
don't
conversation.
I'd have to wear this all the time.
So,
It does.
you've not heard the name.
No, I fucking heard no fucking. I don't know fucking elves.
Just come on.
Where would they hang out? Any idea? You've got to know the places to avoid if you don't like them.
Oh fucking this. Oh, are you trading the trades ward?
Do you know, strangely enough, that's where I started this, and I didn't think to look there.
Well, that's on you, isn't it? Really?
I'm just here to collect money. That's all I'm after.
What you do with your own little elf boyfriend? What is that's all your fucking
Oh, let's stop that right there. No, I'm just here to get the money for the client, and then I'm going about my business.
What?
Right.
What's your job?
What is his job?
Where did you get
That's
this
a
job?
good question.
How
Who
has he
are
just
you?
made up a quest?
I'm more of a tracking kind of person, which works brilliantly till I get to a city. Then it's like it's almost like it's the exact opposite of my favoured terrain.
What?
Exactly.
What indeed?
Look,
If he was in a dark cave in the woods, I'd have found him already.
look,
What?
John. Can I call you John?
You can call me John.
Right. You come in here. I mean, I've known you for quite a while now.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I bought you booze. That's like a bond of friendship.
I'm confused. So confused.
I consider you one of my only 3 true friends.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna tell you this from the bottom of my heart.
Here we go.
You're like a brother to me.
Is he secretly
I
racist?
don't know.
Like,
I
all
don't
humans are the
know.
same?
I don't know no elf.
No.
I've never known an elf. I've seen an elf.
Where did
We
you see
live
this
in-
elf?
We live in fucking Waterdeep. There's elves all over the fucking place, but I don't speak to them. They don't speak to me.
And that's how you like it.
I like it.
You like it a
I
lot.
like it that way. So I says to this elf. I says,
Oh my god.
I says, you come around here again, and I'll bash your kneecaps off.
What did the elf say?
He said, something fancy laddie, da speak, I don't know what he said, but I never speak to an elf. If I see an elf, I never speak to him. I never say anything.
You don't want to speak to the elf.
So I says
Rakish
to-
bastard.
So I said to this elf bitch, I says, look,
2 seconds ago.
Where is
look,
it going?
Don't question this. This is
and it
gold.
just keeps going on and on and on,
Oh.
and it's just talking in circles.
Can we be like sat in the tavern, like the parents in the corner with the light off? As soon as he walks in, he's just cast light so where have you been?
I'm going to go to the bartender in the pub I'm in to collect the 30,000 gold for the quest which he gave me, which I've since completed.
Yeah.
He like looks at you, he's like,
Here we are. One celestial hawk has requested.
what the fuck are you talking
I thought
about?
we were just making requests.
Oh. I don't
Never
know.
mind.
I don't know.
We've all had a lot to drink.
I am. Okay.
I haven't actually been drinking anything I've been buying.
You drunk? Yeah,
You
you
drink
drunk
that
the
first
brown
time.
shit in the
Oh,
first
yeah.
one, and you drunk a tankard of thing of this dwarf.
We've had a whole
That
load
was
of browns.
Yeah. I never.
But in my mind, I'm stone cold sober.
Okay. So what?
Turns out you were the
Right.
one telling that story.
It's just a
The next day, you guys all wake up in the tavern. You wake up
Yes.
in the dwarf and like literally just in the seat that you were sat in.
Do I literally like peel
And-
my sticky face off the
And
bar?
this dwarf, who you know is called Corgan Ironhand,
What's his name?
is just saying some like snot.
Kill
Oh,
this
zombie.
Has anyone seen Adam?
No.
Just proper snoring away.
Should we
You,
stop
you
Paul
wake
if
up.
he's dead or
and
not?
just like,
Yeah, sure.
Well, that didn't get a plan.
and as the sounds of the, in fact, it wouldn't be playing this one, would it?
Nice soothing music.
Yeah, nice soothing music to cure the massive hangover. How trashed is the place?
It's not really. You know, like in Hobbit,
Yeah.
and they have that big thing around Bilbo's, and then they all clean up after themselves.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
very, very neat dwarves.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to look around.
But you do notice that Corgan isn't the only dwarf that's sleeping in it. It seems to be a thing. Dwarves drink heavily and then sleep in the tavern.
Ah.
But as the morning comes, you all wake up. We're going to go ahead and take a break.
Hooray!
So enjoy resting, ye merry heads, and we will enjoy urinating
I already know what I'm going to do for next week.
the stuff. Bye for the break.
Hello. You may remember me as Leigh Bridge, your friendly host of Table Goblins here on the Huntinghawks channel. I'm here today to talk to you about a growing problem in our country. Many miniatures are going homeless across the country. Miniatures like this young fella, Samuel. Now Samuel has been homeless for many months, just looking for a place to belong. But with your help and one follow, we can provide Samuel with a home. By following our Twitch channel, you're providing Samuel with a future in someone's collection of miniatures. Please follow.
Hello everyone and welcome back from the urination station. So, where we left off, it is the morning, and as you head down into the tavern, you have a message from Vardra Safar asking you to return to Blackstaff Tower at your earliest convenience. You, however, are in a dwarven pub somewhere doing whatever. So,
To the tower?
Let's
Yeah,
have
little-
breakfast and maybe wait for them to turn up.
I don't know.
Breakfast
That
first.
sounds inconvenient, and this is at earliest possible convenience.
Earliest convenience is after bacon and eggs.
Well, give me 6 hours and I can find him.
Alright, but
That's
can we,
even
go,
less convenient.
No, wait, 8 hours.
can we go to the tower first and then we can find...
Sure, I really need to scrub that
Bacon.
one.
Bring it with you.
What about it?
Yeah, can we have a takeaway bacon bat?
Yeah.
A breakfast bat?
you don't know what that is.
Bacon,
Bacon
bread,
and eggs
all
in-
round.
Oh, bacon and bread.
Yes.
Oh, you want a bacon sarnie?
Yeah.
Sarnie, that's what they
But,
are.
Okay.
but we've also like the fried egg in there as well. And sausages.
You're a heathen.
So you want a you fat
Fucking
bastard.
day.
Yeah. I'll just everything from the breakfast in a big bread bun.
Mm.
You mean the breakfast ale?
No, that's for
That's a-
dipping.
But yes.
Oh.
Right, you get breakfast.
I do breakfast ale.
Is that an actual ale that tastes like breakfast if it is?
No, it's just
If
ale
it
that
isn't,
you drink
then
at
I've used
breakfast.
if it isn't, then I use prestidigitation to make it taste like bacon and eggs.
Hmm.
Okay.
Can't imagine that doesn't it?
Hmm. Okay.
Sounds nice in theory.
Right.
Yeah, let's go. Talk to
So
our new patron. Who will surely be.
you head over to the Blackstaff Tower. The door's open for you.
Hooray!
You walk your way
Magic
in,
doors.
and
Are we at reception? We need floor...
Vardra is there. She says, "Ah, yes. I'm glad you've returned.
Hello.
Hi.
We
Uh,
got your message. Which is why we're here.
I've been sorting out your reward. As it
Completely
were.
forgot
Reward.
about that.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
thank you.
I mean, if you want,
We-
you don't need the reward.
Yeah,
we
a
will
reward would be nice.
definitely need a reward.
Well, why don't I show you the reward first, and you can decide
Sounds
whether you
good.
need it.
Show.
Show us
It's
it.
probably just going to be a bag of gold.
Of course.
Wait,
If
it's
you like
too much gold
if you
to
like to
carry.
follow me, and she walks you
Yeah.
down the steps to a carriage.
Okay.
Oh, we get a carriage.
So you can put your horse in front of it.
I can. For an hour at a
this
time.
This is my carriage.
Oh.
Please get on the carriage.
Okay.
So that's
no.
not the reward then.
No.
Oh.
We should get a carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Take
you'll
it out.
get on
That
the
wagon.
carriage. Are you? What are you doing at this point? I'll come back to you. Right. So you get on the carriage and it pulls away from the tower and starts heading out towards the gate.
Stop, there's Baker.
You don't see Baker.
Oh.
He's, and it keeps going. Now, Baker, what are you doing at this point?
Can you see a fancy carriage driving past?
I'm still in the dwarven pub owner.
You've been awake for a bit now, so
Yeah.
you probably. I would have said you would have had breakfast at this point.
Yeah. I had breakfast, spoken to old Iron Hand, asked him to keep an eye out for this strange little elf man. Then made my way back to the trade ward.
Okay. So you make your way back to the trade ward. Where are you going in the trade ward?
I was actually going to try and find the rest of the group.
Right. You go back to the tavern. They're all gone. It says, "Oh, I think they went off to the Blackstaff Tower."
Ah, shit. I don't suppose you'd know where I'd find an elf named Adron Valor? Valvor?
Don't ring a bell. Maybe try one of the elf pubs.
Where would that be? Just across the street?
He just sort of like comes to the door and it's like, "Oh, you see them fancy ones over there?
Yeah.
Fancy trendy wine bars." Yeah, they're all
Used to
the
be a bank.
elven places.
Ah,
But that's
wine
also-
in a bar. It's not natural. I'll stick with ale.
Tell me about it.
Sadly, this elf owes me money, so I must be off.
Alright.
Thank you. I've not caught your name.
No, you haven't.
What is your name, my friend? I feel I should at least ask your name.
Jonas.
Jonas.
Do you have any brothers, Jonas?
I believe you asked me this last time.
Did I?
Yes.
Are you sure it was
You
me?
made the same joke last time.
I didn't.
You definitely did.
I didn't because I've never been told his name, but okay.
Someone definitely said Jonas' brother.
I think that was
That
when
was
he
us
was
when we
Oh,
first.
was that when you
met.
went in? I'll allow it.
What's happened to Draxus?
Draxus is still in the tavern
Hanging around.
pretty much. Yeah,
Fair enough.
he's still there.
Some adventures.
Same as Fargus and Heldith. They're still just there. It's like, are we going on our adventure yet?
You know what? I'm going to gather
The
them
carriage goes past.
NPCs assemble!
Okay. Eldith and Fargus. Eldith would be looking after
Just
Hercules.
looking after Hercules.
I'll take Fargus and Draxus then.
Traxxas is like, what is the plan? What are we doing? Where are we going?
I'm looking for an elf, here's me money.
Adam's developed
Is
seed
he particularly threatening? Are you looking for a fight? Is it...
Not looking for, but being prepared for just in case. You don't have to come. If you want to sit around here, I don't mind.
Okay. He puts his feet up on the table. Let me know when you're... just let me know.
Just keep an ear out for the screaming and flames. Fargus, come!
Mr. Adam, I don't mean to... Where are the other guys?
Apparently they've gone to the Blackstaff Tower without us.
Why did you not go with them?
I was in another pub, very drunk with a dwarf.
Right, there's a lot to unpack there.
I was looking for an elf and I found a dwarf.
They're very
It's critical
different. They're very different species. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am actually a halfling. I'm not just a small human.
Do you know what? I thought you were just a child. That's why I didn't like you, because I don't like children.
Well, I'll put that aside for later.
Okay, I apologise for my previous treatment of you. I respect halflings and their culture. Now, do you want to
Right.
come and help me find an elf?
Not really.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay.
By the way, Fargus, can you hold this for me? And I hand him a skull.
No. No, I really can't. Mr.
It's good luck. It belonged to a drow.
That's.
I dipped it in gold and carved it myself. I mean,
You didn't. It says made China.
I think out of all of us, I'm quite a lucky guy. I think
I think you need to, Mr. Adam. I think you need to take that skull with you, away from me.
Do you know what, Vargas? You're right. This is my lucky skull. Nothing's bad happened to me while I've been holding it.
Okay then. And he just sort of like turns off and walks around. Well, turns around and walks off.
Yeah. I turn around, walk straight out of the thing. Just like fucking midget. I'll kill him.
No, you haven't got you. Oh no,
No.
wait, yeah.
Right. So,
Come
you
on.
guys,
Have a nice carriage ride.
the carriage comes to a stop,
There we go.
and you see a tall building. Well, tall. It's a 2-story building.
Okay.
It looks a little run down, but it's got a little bit of land around it, not a huge amount. But it looks like quite a big building, like a carriage house, or not like that sort of size, not like a thing. So, well, like I said,
Where are
don't
we?
make your mind up. Don't make your mind up yet until you've seen it. But this
Okay.
is the reward that I was thinking.
You bought a
It's
carriage house.
It's free real estate.
This was well. This was mine.
Okay.
Okay.
I came into ownership of it, but unfortunately I haven't had the time to bring it back up to its former glory, as it were.
Okay.
Guys,
So allow me to show you inside,
guys,
and you all
Okay.
get off the thing.
guys.
Now, what you see is it's like the shape of it, the front of it slopes down and then comes down there. You see
It's got a roof. That's a good.
it's got a
start.
roof, yeah.
Has it got 4
On the
walls?
left, as you're looking at the front of it, yeah, from what you can see. But on the left, as you're looking for it, is a door, and you can see in there sort of like some shelves, and it looks like it's like a little shop. You've got a big like double door in the middle for like cart entrance or whatever, just a big double door, and then on the right, you see another door and a signpost where the sign is hanging off, but it looks like it would be a tavern.
So
Guys,
Got my
Guys.
pub.
We got a pub.
not just a pub, we have a somewhat of a Huntinghawks adventurers guild. If you
I
want.
mean,
sounds pretty dope. I'll be
it
honest.
will require some.
Large capital investment.
Unfortunately, yes.
That's fine. We
Cool.
can do that.
It would take. Well, from my last estimate, I would say if you maybe 1,000 gold just to bring it back up.
Yeah, that's fine.
But that
we
won't.
can-
We can sort something.
That should be to stock it. Now,
It's fine.
it's,
We can
there's,
budget.
I'll show you inside. There are. It used to be a tavern this side and a shop this side, but there is a lot more space in the back. Lots more rooms.
Okay.
You'd each have your own room, your own bedroom, if so needed, and obviously living quarters for your employees.
Employees?
But yes,
We're gonna be-
unless you mean to
We're going to be businessmen.
unless you mean to run the tavern yourself.
No.
We will.
We
Certainly not.
I.
You know what?
Excuse me. Have you got some spare paper? I'll pay for it. Or
Sure. I'll just.
Here, have one of
the
these.
sheets.
Just right on the back of this.
So
I'm just gonna like walk. I'm like walking around it now. It's like, okay, this will be.
right, well,
The windows
she
need
actually
to-
opens up the doors. Where's my things gone?
Is it that?
Roll initiative.
Thing.
You can have this house if you clear it of all these demons.
Yeah. Giant rats in the basement. I'm calling it now.
Giant rats that also turn out to be goblins.
Okay, so straight off, this is what you see.
Floor plan.
Right, so
Diggity dog.
this was the
Banging.
one with the
Oh,
shop.
nice.
Put the map on. Put the map screen on. Let's see, so do people.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Map only. There we go. So this was your way in. That's your
Okay.
big double door,
Nice.
and then this was where the tavern is. So as you can see,
Traps.
you've got as she showed you. It says so.
we can fix up this chimney here,
Okay.
and we've got a fireplace for them to sit around. A
Nice
nice long
toasty.
tavern here, you see.
Mhm, mhm.
Each square here is 10 feet,
Oh, wow, pretty
Wow.
big.
so it is
Wow.
really, really big building. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long.
Right. Now, I've heard that back in the day when this was open, it's quite a lucrative business. So
Why-
once it's set up, it will pretty much look after
Question,
itself.
why did it fall into disrepair? Is there a curse and or curses?
Or a
not
T-Rex
anymore.
shaped hole.
I have,
Good.
I
Was
have,
there murders here?
I have
Can we know what they are? Because that can increase customers that come to the place that was once
Haunted.
I'm afraid
haunted. Hawks.
I'm afraid it
Tim.
was. I'm afraid it was several hundred years ago that the
Oh.
curse was afflicted. I lifted it in my time, but
So we have a tavern on one side and a shop on the
yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's good. We can sell all of
tavern.
our loot.
That's the kitchen area for the tavern.
Okay, Fargus can
It's got a
cook.
cellar
So
and a
yeah.
pantry.
Oh, banging, we've already got an
Yeah.
associate.
Elders can run the
This,
I think she probably wants to go home.
these dots,
You belong to us.
these dots are columns
Yeah.
all
Nice.
around. This is an open courtyard,
Oh,
grassy area with a
nice.
tree. It's a bit overgrown at the minute, but it can
That's
be
cool.
sorted out.
So that's a beer
These
garden.
are just rooms to do what you want with.
Cool.
Sweet.
This here is
Oh,
the
so
stairway
we've got
up
1, 2,
and the
3.
door controls
Oh,
for
we have
opening these
conference
doors.
rooms. If you want to hire out for kids'
This
parties.
is the shop.
Yeah, nice.
where you can go in. That's the storeroom for the shop.
Handy for storing things.
Okay.
So, 1, 2,
And then she
3,
leads you upstairs.
Oh, but wait,
There's
there's
an
more.
upstairs.
3
Wait,
small,
Hayden, wait, there's more.
2 large. I've got conference room.
Okay,
What
so
conference
it's got a little boardwalk balcony walking
Oh,
around
yeah.
here.
Awesome.
Okay. This very war room esque.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We can
That's
get a
gonna be
big
our
map
Okay.
of Faerun on there
operation.
and stick daggers into
Lots.
it.
This has got lots of bookshelves in. That's what these are at the end.
Sweet.
Like
We
a
can
study,
We can put books
library
in
type
there.
We also need a book. We
Then
should pull
all
it
of
that leads
these
down to a
Are
secret
just
area.
empty rooms. Do what you want.
Nice.
And these are two really big like hall rooms.
Nice.
6,
Okay.
7, 8.
Okay.
So
That
And then upper.
is
stairs.
a bath,
Oh.
like a big
Ooh.
10 foot by
Oh,
10
small.
foot bath.
Fancy.
2.
You're gonna
It's,
live
it's
in it.
like a communal bath. It's more like a sort of like spa type
Oh,
hot,
nice.
you know, hot
Trunks
tub
must be
sort of
worn at all times.
Got ya.
You were going to
If
have to
you-
make that aside.
Okay.
Bathhouse.
No,
Well, let's
no running around the sides, no heavy petting.
I can see
Okay.
potential here for shenanigans and
Now,
such.
Or-
as I said, it's going to take about 1,000 gold.
That's fine.
It's not that there's no damage to it. It's just
Okay.
Oh no, we'll decorate. We'll make
There's
it right.
nothing in it.
Yeah.
It needs
yeah.
some
It's,
wallpaper.
there's
Just
no
some
there's no furniture in
It's a
it
good
except for the
clean.
rooms where you can see it already. There's no furniture there,
Nice.
Okay.
so it's literally
Like beds
just
and such.
I presume these would be the rooms that we can make into our own if we want.
Are these
Yeah.
bedrooms?
Yeah.
Right.
there's-
all these. But remember, you also have to. You're going to have staff living here as well.
Yeah.
But I suppose
Okay.
we wouldn't be here all the time.
No. Well,
But I mean, your rooms will be your own, but the staff will.
Yeah.
They tend to have a communal room. However, I will suggest.
I'll just give them one
Give
big
them a large
big
hall.
room.
Yeah.
constructs,
I will
then we don't need to pay or house them.
I will suggest.
As
Well,
long as they don't become sentient, we'll be fine.
give me a day or so. I'll see if I can shortlist some people to. As potential, you're going to need someone to manage the property while you're away.
It's very kind of you.
I have a few people in mind. Also,
Specific management material.
I can put an ear to the ground, or I might leave it to that person that you choose.
Next week episode when we're going to be interviewing
Yeah.
possible
Yes.
future employees. for
Well,
the
we
set.
could do it now.
yeah, sure.
Well, yes.
We're not going
Who-
anywhere.
who
I
do
mean,
you
But
have?
first,
but first we need to find
I need to
Baker.
find-
and the
Adam!
others.
I need
What
to
are you
borrow
doing?
Your tie.
I'm going into the Elven pub.
okay, you go into one of the elven
positions
pubs.
before.
You're going to find one of our managers.
Yeah, this elven pub, you look at it, you can't read elven, can you?
I speak Elven, but I can't
You
read
You
it.
can't
You
speak
you don't
Elven,
speak
I
Elven.
speak.
They don't speak elven. You speak elven?
No, you don't.
I
That's a
don't think
big.
you do.
I do, because Drow are favoured enemy.
Yeah, but I think I gave you undercommon for that, didn't I?
Doesn't say Elven there. It says Abyssal,
Probably
and
my wig.
Undercommon,
Yeah.
and Common.
Because
Do
with
you know what? You're right. My bad.
favoured enemy, you only get one of the languages.
Yeah.
So I gave you undercommon because that would be more useful in the Underdark.
Where we don't live anymore, thanks.
Yeah, but you were spending
Very
quite a bit of
good.
time on that.
It's
And
fine.
undercommon is the common of that.
Can't be the name, that is.
We'll get someone to make a really big lift that goes all the way
Right,
down.
so you don't know what this is called, but as soon as you walk in, it's like the opposite of the dwarven pub. It's
Does it get really loud?
everything.
Everyone goes, hurrah! A new face!
Well, no, they still sort of like stop and look at you, but instead of just like looking at you with suspicion, they look at you with just like disdain. It's like, why would a human walk in this
Oh, no.
place?
Bloody rakes.
Bloody rakes. Yes.
It's like, good morning. My name is Leigh Justice Bridge. I'm a warrant officer from Tribor under the Lord's Alliance.
Yeah, very good.
I'm looking for a man named Adran Walor. Walor?
Adran Whalevor.
That's the one!
And why would you be looking for this person, Mr. Bridge?
Money concerns. There's been a relative who has died and he's due quite a sum in inheritance. He's been called to Tribor for a,
Reading of the will?
yes, and dissemination of assets.
And what relative is this that would die and would live in Tribor?
I was not left that information. I apologise.
Make a deception check. And I'm going to give you disadvantage on this. Is that a 1?
It is 7 actually.
Oh.
9.
9. Okay. Well, this is an obvious lie.
It is, but I am looking for the gentleman. It's urgent.
Well, state your business. Your real reason for looking for this gentleman. Maybe I can help you.
I've been asked to find him by a young waif.
A young waif.
Some pregnant barmaid from Yata.
Oh, okay. Deception check with disadvantage.
Kind of wanted to get double natural 20s.
Just go.
7.
7.
Just keep lying until one of
If
them
you're going to
sticks.
keep lying to me, then I won't have any time for you. And I would kindly ask you to leave.
Honestly,
this
it's.
bar.
I need to find him. It's very urgent, but I can't say what it is because I don't know if you might in fact be a secret necromantic cultist.
You should say I don't know.
Are you lying at this point, or is this persuasion?
This is persuasion.
Roll a persuasion check. Just straight persuasion check.
Persuasion, come on, be persuasive, you fucker. With the shit. 5.
Let's just go down.
It's just like necromancy, really.
There
That's
was
what we do.
necromancy in the necropolis less than 2 days ago, and his name was mentioned by one of the
Shocker.
cultists.
You know, there's also water in the Sea of Swords.
The what? Why would you have a sea of swords? That sounds very
That's
unhealthy.
what the sea is called.
Imagine going to the beach. So many severed limbs.
If you're done wasting my time,
I'm not. I really need to find this gentleman. It is important.
then tell me the reason.
We might be related in its long lost family tissue.
Goodbye.
Wait. Seriously, I need this gentleman's help. He apparently has a certain item that could help us in our journey home because we're from an extraplanar realm.
Deception check. Just straight deception check.
Straight deception check. 5.
So, you've wasted enough of my time now.
God damn it.
She's not got
Goodbye.
book 10 at all.
Imagine all these tittering elves.
I just walking around just like,
And some of the tittering elves just like, and you just hear them speak in this fanciful language. Adran.
Always get the spells out.
is there another elven bar?
There's several.
Right, I'm going to walk out of this one just like, for fuck's sake.
Outside, make a perception check.
22.
Oh, of course, now we get it.
22. You see like a figure watching you from the shadow over the way, and he just sort of like, and then sort of like walks deeper into the alleyway.
Well, that's suspicious. I'm going to follow him.
Okay, you follow him.
Do I see him?
You don't see him, and then he's standing behind you.
And he just says, I hear you're looking for Adran Baleful.
I am.
Do you know what he looks like?
I do not.
It's obvious.
Because you're him?
No, because you've just been speaking to him.
Oh, shit balls. Wait, I'm speaking to you.
The guy in the
The
bar.
guy that you were just speaking to.
Oh, the posh wanker in the bar.
Oh, yes. May I ask the reason that you're searching for him?
Honestly, I got no idea.
How do you know of his name?
Literally carved itself into my skull.
Make a persuasion check.
Made up quest. 12.
12. I'm going to roll tonight as well. That seems unlikely.
I came back from the dead and this name was just on my mind.
Okay.
So I figured he's either got something to do with my resurrection or something. Some higher power might be calling me, or...
Well, unless you were resurrected by the banks, I don't think
Banks?
he had anything to do with it. Yes, he's a banker.
He owned a bar. Or did he
People
not?
can be more than one thing.
You really don't live where I live, do you?
No.
Oh, so he's a banker.
Well, it just so happens that What do you intend to do with him when you meet him?
Do you know what? I will tell you that when I get him alone.
How? It's good work in my favour. I tell you what. If you could distract him for just a little while, enough for, say, a certain someone to enter his bar and relieve him of his coin, then that person may be willing to share some of that coin with you. A small portion, obviously.
30-70 split.
Sure.
I'll tell you what.
No.
No.
I'm not doing that.
I lived with orcs for a while, it was a thing.
I can tell. The
Yep.
whole... This...
Yeah, I'll pull out my empty mug, cast Disguise Self on myself,
Okay.
and change myself to look like Leigh Justice Bridge,
Okay.
but keeping the face paint and hairdo.
Okay. Right.
So, right, let's do this.
Okay.
I go back into the pub,
Okay.
kick through the door. Adran Walavor!
What's your save DC? Does a 17 beat it?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Just like, yeah, your magic is good, but I can see right through it.
Worth a shot, but you are Adran Walavor.
Well done.
You owe money to the Dwarven Banks of Tribor.
I do not.
You
Dwarven
seriously...
Banks of Tribor owe me money.
They sent me to settle the debt on behalf
So
of
you're going
Mr.
to-
Davy Jones.
You're going to give my... I've never heard of that person, but you're going to give my bank money on behalf of the dwarves.
Yes, but we need to sort out the 1646% APR interest rate, because there's been a tax change in Tribor that means the transfer request has to be authorised by several people under witnesses of a court of law.
No, it hasn't.
It
I
really
can tell-
has, trust me. That
And I can tell you that because I'm the one that wrote those scriptures.
I very much doubt that, because Jorgen Ironhand says otherwise.
Well, whoever this Jorgen Ironhand is...
He's the head of the Managers Institution of the HSBC Tribor Edition.
What the hell is a
I keep fading
HSBC?
in and out of this. So it's just what?
What the hell are you talking about?
It's a subsidiary of Lloyd's TSB.
What do you...
which is owned by the Halifax Corporation of the Lord's Alliance, which responds to the West Nat Sword Sea Translucive Trading Corporation, which then leads back to a shell company organised by the Storm Giants, because it's all a conspiracy, man.
This sounds like
wasn't
you're just
Elkin.
talking... Look, please.
I want to call him Goat Fucker in Abyssal.
I don't know what you just said. But please.
You have to repeat your password that was given
If
to
you
you
are-
by
if you are
Aldar
truly-
Hawk.
If you are truly here to settle any kind of debts...
Yes, I am. Perfectly. We need to go somewhere private.
Well, yes, I would assume so. Please, follow me. And he escorts you upstairs. You guys!
To settle your debt. Now, if you give me 4,000 gold, that will then allow me to access for 10,000 gold in your name.
Suddenly it becomes a money scam.
What I suggest... Okay, we need some time to think about this.
Right.
Lasers.
Before you can suggest that, may I suggest hiring the manager first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who do you have in mind?
Well, I've got a few people.
Yeah, line them up. Let's see what.
Now, what I
what
would
we
like
working
to say is, please have a very open mind.
That means they're
Go
bad.
on.
Don't
No,
worry.
not necessarily.
Means they're weird.
I'm wearing a tie.
I can see that.
Where did you get a tie? Why is no one questioning this?
Nobody question your shit.
I'm in full armour. Well, not full armour.
Tim, can you
So,
make it so these people can
these-
speak truthfully?
These people are...
Yes,
no.
okay.
That's not. We want to be firm and honest. If they're truthful with us, fine.
Now-
If they're not, then
I'll bring them in one at a time so you can speak to them individually if you wish.
yes, very good.
Yes, please.
Okay,
We
so
should-
first up,
That's what their biggest vulnerability is.
we have...
One of the questions I'm going to ask is, what are your weaknesses, which could kind of come into.
Then I'll tell if they're lying.
So first up,
Piercing, slashing from the magical
What have
this...
we got? Where are we meeting them? In the bar area? Should we keep it casual or
No,
up in the
big-
boardroom?
Let's put it in the
We'll
boardroom.
we'll all line up on one side.
Guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
All in the boardroom.
In the
Yes.
boardroom, yeah.
So,
Very official.
Single chair at one side and four.
Was 4 on one side.
Yeah.
One,
on the
one
other.
chair.
right.
And
So
when
first
naked.
up,
Hawk.
a short,
No.
slender halfling
You're hired.
woman, like sort of
Name.
walks in,
It's fine.
hands behind the back, and says, "Olivia Quickstep,
I like her. She can speak. That's a good start.
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you.
You look very disciplined. What's your upbringing?
Well, I was brought up in Waterdeep. I joined Lord's Alliance with the Waterdeep Guard. I served with the Lord's Alliance in fighting the Orc tribes over to the east,
Right, so that's good.
and now I'm looking to retire from that life and looking for something a little more laid back.
What skills do you have?
Well, I was captain of my little brigade.
How many in that brigade?
There was 20 in that one,
Leadership skills?
Yeah.
and I keep a tight ship. I don't take no shit, and I like to think that cleanliness and discipline are the ways to go when you run a business.
How are you with hook horrors?
I've never seen one in my life, but if one were to attack the place, I'm sure that would be helpful.
More
to,
looking
How are you
after
about
one.
with this one?
is not with you.
Ah,
Especially
shit.
back at the
Okay.
What is an event in your life which you feel is most qualified for doing this job and managing this building?
I would say having to patrol the east marches when we got attacked by the Orc tribes there, and being able to not lose a single person because I was able to strengthen them with my resolve so that they did what I said without question.
That sounds good.
What's your
Good.
biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness, probably my height.
Let's see.
Yeah, okay, that's can't really.
Can't really reach top shelves, sir.
But you can get someone to do it for you.
What steps do you
Of
take
course.
to overcome that weakness?
Steps, obviously.
Steps.
Well,
Or
yeah,
someone else.
steps or delegation.
What are you expecting from pay?
I'll be happy with whatever you get me.
It might be slow to begin with.
Yeah.
I understand how these
Would you
businesses
require
start.
living quarters? Or do
Of
you
course,
live
sir.
locally?
Any special requirements?
Do you have any dependents?
I don't.
Disabilities?
Allergens.
No, sir. No,
Allergic
sir.
to anything?
No, sir.
That's allergens.
Ever come into contact
It
with
might
any
not know what allergens
demons?
I've never fought any demons, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so she moves on.
Things are
Okay.
going so well.
We'll be in touch.
She moves on out.
Next comes this a human is sort of like a tan-skinned human, sort of wearing a loose what's the surcoat, but it's sort of like open, revealing a little bit of chest hair, and he just sort of like saunters in, says,
Name?
"Hi,
Sit down.
my name is Car Longblade,"
Hello, Mr. Fancy Boy.
Come
and he just sort of like sits like this.
Yeah.
And he's
We
like,
should hire him. We can make loads of jokes about his name.
I don't know. I'm not sure if this is appropriate attire for a
So,
interview.
"Hey,
you're here for an interview, yes?
yeah, of course.
Okay, do you think the way you're dressed is appropriate attire?
Do you have a problem with the way I'm dressed?"
You're
You-
wearing trainers.
You got no trousers, mate.
What skills have you got? Why,
Yeah.
why do you think you're appropriate for
Yeah.
this job?
What are your skills?
Well, I'm I hit with everyone.
Nope, don't
Really?
like.
I can
Sell me this quiver.
sell you this quiver. Well, this quiver, you like arrows, you like
I mean,
archery.
quiver-
No.
No, he doesn't
Not really.
use a
I
quiver.
don't
No?
use a bow and arrow.
Well, how about I not only show you this excellent quiver, it can hold whatever you want. It doesn't have to be arrows. You
Like
can
what?
hold swords in there.
How big?
Oh,
though?
that's useful.
You got a short sword, you can hold a short sword. Obviously,
You've got
you can
short
see the length of it. Now, the thing about archery is, you ever wanna, you look like a tough guy. You look like you could handle yourself in a fight. Am I right?
I want to just take my glasses off, blink my eyes, and just show purple eyes and be like,
That's fancy. I like that.
"You talk too much."
Well, you did ask me to sell you a quiver.
That's true.
But it's
yeah.
taking you too many words. I want the quick sell.
25
Okay.
words or less. Go.
You want to kill someone far away without having to get up nice and easy in them?
No.
Got 7
Well, then I
left.
don't think a quiver's for you, but maybe I can sell you an axe instead.
That's what I'm after. That's just like, sell me this. You don't need it. I want this instead. Upselling.
Yeah.
What are your weaknesses?
My weakness? Now,
When I run out of gel.
He's
I
too
can't
perfect, I'll
imagine-
banish him.
I can't imagine that I have any weaknesses.
Really?
Strengths?
Strengths?
So
Well,
you're telling me that if I was
strength.
to, and I take out the hilt, so if I hit you with this, you feel nothing.
oh no, I definitely feel something.
What was your former job before this?
My former job,
It's gonna be
I worked with
farmhouse.
a guard.
I did a. Went
was a
I,
guard.
I was a mercenary for a time. I got knighted. That's quite a big
Oh, so
one.
you're a sir?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Is what's her name? Vanya still with us?
Vanya.
What's her name?
Blackstaff.
Oh, Varja.
Vaja.
She's sort of like outside at this point.
Okay. I can't get a read off her if she's bullshitting or not then.
Okay, thanks, we'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. Next.
No.
Next comes in. You don't see anything. You just hear like a buzzing.
Bees.
And as you're like sort of looking around, you just hear it. And you look down at the sitting on the table is a small green-skinned girl with butterfly wings, and she just sort of
Why
like
was she buzzing?
she just well, not buzzing, but like insect noise.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Flapping.
and it's
I
just
believe
like
is the word you're
flapping, and she's like,
Hello. What's
Hello.
your
Hello.
name?
Oh,
"I'm Ren,
Ren.
Elderberry."
Ren.
Hello.
And you are what exactly?
I am a pixie.
Okay.
Okay.
That'd be handy for magic and such.
Yeah. What?
What spell-like abilities do you possess as a pixie? that you could use to
oh,
aid you in such a
very
job?
charming.
Okay.
Have you had any experience in running a place like this
Oh
before?
no, this is all new for me.
Are you able to put people to sleep on command? What else do pixies do? Can you?
Oh, of course.
Do you know any transformative magic?
Can you please give me
Okay.
a demonstration of putting someone to sleep? Oh,
I have a
perhaps on
pixie
me.
thing ready now. Fuck's sake.
Don't. It's a trick. He's immune.
Shut up, Joe.
Okay. It won't work on you. She tries something, it doesn't work on
Suppose
herself.
pixie dust. Good effort.
Well, I mean, that doesn't always happen like that. But,
could you transform me into a giant gorilla?
I don't know that I don't know that I could. Why would you want to be?
Have you done anything like this before?
No, I haven't.
And you... So this would be your
I
first
just
visit.
want to try new things.
What are you
Okay.
good at?
Oh,
What strengths do you
what
have?
strengths do you have?
I'm a very good singer.
Obviously not strength.
Oh, entertain.
Doesn't have to be managed. We can have them employ for other things.
Have you done entertainment before?
Oh yes, I can sing. I can dance.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell very good jokes.
We can have a comedy night.
Yeah, perhaps there could be a position for a entertainment manager.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Seems to be quite suited for your particular skills.
Any weaknesses at all, apart from being very small?
Doesn't have to be a weakness.
Sometimes I just care too much.
Good to know. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.
No, well, I think for
For entertainment
for
wise.
So next up,
Yep.
Oh wait, there's more.
the doors just blow open, and a gale force comes through.
Wind gets high.
9.
Gale force 10.
Whoa. Well, that's going to get old very quickly.
Yeah.
No,
Is it cold?
it's not so much that it's cold. It's just it's shocking.
Yeah.
And then in the seat in front of you, you just see a blue-skinned woman in like fancy sort of like, you would describe it as like Arabic dress, but obviously it's whatever the Faerunian equivalent is.
Okay.
And she just sits there and says, "Hello,
Name?
my name is Betrest.
Race?
My race?
Yeah.
Why do you need to know my race?
I'd like to know.
For the
Do you not
insurance.
know?" And you see that she's got like these thick iron bracelets on. It's like, is it not obvious?
Genasi.
I can think of about
I am no
3.
half-blood.
Dijin?
Oh, she's a.
I am a djinn.
Which one's the evil one? So I can never remember.
I think it's a
If we're having a
down.
freak, then we've got problems because we're going to be burning down a lot.
That's true.
Dijin.
What makes you qualified for this job?
And will you
Because
be entering
I
every
am
room in a gust of wind?
Obviously very powerful.
Okay.
I can have these people eating out of my hand.
Well, we're
Rather
here to
have a
run
culture of
a
honour.
business, not a hand.
Have you
eatery.
run an establishment like this before?
I have run many establishments.
And what happened to those?
Well, if you ever go to the elemental plane of air, you will no doubt hear my name
Okay.
long and wide.
In a good way.
In the best way.
Strengths, weaknesses?
I am very strong. I cast very powerful spells.
I would
I
like
have
to know
no
what the
weakness.
resistance is of this.
I can't remember. off the top of my head.
Okay.
Weaknesses?
No.
I'm going to cast banishment on her.
Charisma save.
Yes.
Why?
DC
Now I've got
17.
to look up the thing because he rolled a natural 14.
Oh, plus 3 or yeah.
So in other words, you've started,
She does seem quite charismatic.
so you've started a fight with an angry djinn.
Is it not a harmful spell?
Just
tried
that
to banish her.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
you know, if it works, she won't come back.
If I was a
Exactly.
djinn, I'll be
And if
pretty
it
pissed
doesn't
off.
work, I'll be like, okay then.
Was it
there you
charisma?
go.
Oh, she's got plus 9.
That won't work. Plus 5 to it. So.
Okay.
That won't work, I'm afraid. Nice try.
Saving throw. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Plus 9.
Oh, is it plus 9?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just looking at
Charisma.
the modifier. Yeah. Plus 9 then, yeah.
Okay. So, good to know.
Interesting.
If
Smoke
you,
out barrel through the
however, I
glasses.
must inform you that if you continue to use that, I will
No, it's just part of
become
the
very angry.
just part of the interview process. We're testing things out.
Okay.
Just to ensure that if angry horde of spellcasters charge through the door, they could just go.
Yeah, you see, obviously we don't want to invest time and money and you only to have you being banished by the first irate spellcaster that comes through the door, you see.
Or as we call him, Joe.
Okay.
Not entirely alright.
I'm not in the room, so it's fine.
Well, I'm sorry to have wasted your time.
No,
No, that's
we'll be
very
in touch.
good.
Thank you very much.
Of
Plus
course.
points on that.
And she's gone. And lastly, okay, a beautiful,
Hired.
tall male
Oh.
It's been established.
elf with golden skin and hair, just sort of like walks into the
Guys, he's going to be very
Um,
arrogant.
Might not, it's gonna change.
Just is a sniff.
into the room and sits down in front of you.
Hello, name?
Hello, my name is Peren.
I'm not going to even spell that.
P-E-R-E-N.
Perrin.
Jim, before you about to say something else then.
Skills? Skills?
Oh, I'm skilled in many things. I am a skilled orator. I am skilled in mathematics, as you would call it here. I am a grower of food. Many things.
What with regards to management,
Skill.
running and upkeep of an establishment such as this, prior experiences?
I have very good at talking to people. I'm very good at listening to subordinates.
Bear in mind, we don't just need a manager, but we also need, I would say, someone that would run the shop side of things and someone that would run the bar side of
Yes,
things. So we might be looking at
You afraid of getting your hands dirty?
Of course not. Sometimes you need to show the people how the job is done.
That sounded very sinister. I thought.
I did.
Do you have any spell casting abilities,
Of course.
such as?
Your skills?
Some magic.
I see, some magic.
I have magic shit going on. I'll tell you what it is. It is stuff. It is cool.
It's almost like the DM didn't plan this little
I
segue.
did, but I didn't plan for it to be...
All of our contingent
No.
questions. If you were to rate your strength between 1 and 20, what would you
Make a wisdom saving throw.
I counter it.
Well, if you asked me to show you some spells, but you won't.
Maybe something a bit less direct.
Of course. I have some healing spells.
Conjure demon.
Okay. That could come in
I
useful.
could even
Are you
I can even bring someone back from the dead if you wish.
Oh,
Sounds
you're
quite
a
useful.
cleric?
No.
What,
Paladin?
I just have the ability.
Oh,
Do you-
druid. Are you a druid?
Do you prefer the working towards more of a bar tavern side or more of the shop side?
I was under the impression that this job is to run the whole establishment.
We may,
Indeed.
of course, we may, however, be breaking up into separate areas.
Well, that's not what the black staff informed me. She told me that you needed one person to manage the estate.
if the person does prove themselves to be capable of such, then yes.
Well, that is what I'm here to prove.
Okay. And just for the insurance form, what race do you identify as?
I'm Eladrin.
Well, that certainly seems.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll be in touch. We'll let you know in
Okay.
due course.
I will let you guys deliberate on that.
Definitely not
Adam.
human.
Hello. You are lifted. Yeah. You are
Dixie for entertainment.
led into a room.
And hustling for bar.
Hire them all, Battle Royale.
You
Only
do
this
realise before we get too far, you do realise that you were only to hire one
Yeah.
person. That's going to be covered in the budget for the
Yes.
Mhm.
One general manager.
and that person sorts out the pay for the people from the shop, the people from the tavern, and the general
Yes.
housekeep for the thing. Right, I'll sort out because you're going to need to hire hirelings and crew and all this. So you are led into a room and left alone with Adran, and he says, "Right, so you have the key."
I do. Wonder binding.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So what's he got to make?
Strength.
No.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom DC 17.
That's a 13.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, thank God, it's been so... Jesus. Do you have any idea how hard it's been to find your ass? And then you're a prick. You're such a prick. I mean, I'm not going to feel bad about this at all. So I'm going to grab a bit of rope, walk behind him. I mean, is there like a chandelier on the ceiling?
No.
No. So what's in this room exactly?
It's like there's a table. It's more like sort of like a little sort of like meeting room. So there's a table, there's a lamp, a couple of chairs, a little like corner unit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to slit his throat.
Okay. What? So you run your... Is it short sword? Isn't it? So you run your short sword across his throat, and he just like looks in terror, like in his eyes, as just the blood trickles from him, and eventually and he collapses there. And something in you makes you just want to touch that body.
What's going on? This is sinister as
And
well.
as you do,
I'm going to sort of...
you roll your sleeve up like you have done.
Oh,
Just
that's
instinctively just roll the sleeve up and just like... You go to touch the body and your arm splits. It splits all the way down several times into just writhing tentacle as you touch this body, and the tentacles spread all over this body and just absorb it and suck it in, clothes and all, and then your hand
Oh no. He came back wrong.
back to normal.
Is it like a little bloody, or is it just like normal?
No, it's normal. It's even taken the blood that was on the floor, and then
That's better than sex.
it hits you what has just happened.
Shit. Literally, it's just shit.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
I've been back for a day.
Oh dear.
So, everyone, thank you for coming and watching this episode of Table Goblins here on the Huntinghawks channel. I would like to thank you all personally and privately. But unfortunately, we've got too many viewers for that because now we've hit 50. Bitch.
50 actual
However,
people.
we are still halfway to our goal to win that fucking beholder. So, please keep watching us. Please support us by subscribing and liking and following on the various do-hats that we've got here. And also, from everyone here, happy Halloween. Be safe.
And sweet responsibly.
Yeah, eat sweets responsibly. Don't sweet and drive. And also, if you're going trick and treating with your kids, make sure you keep them safe as well, because you know those little kids, they'll get away from you. But also, go out there, be careful, and love each other. Goodbye. Hello. You may remember me as Leigh Ridge, your friendly host of Table Goblins here on the Huntinghawks channel. I'm here today to talk to you about a growing problem in our country. Many miniatures are going homeless across the country. Miniatures like this young fella.
Samuel. Now Samuel has been homeless for many months, just looking for a place to belong. But with your help and one follow, we can provide Samuel with a home. By following our Twitch channel, you're providing Samuel with a future in someone's collection of miniatures. Please follow.